Welcome, welcome, guys. OG Murphy here with you. I am so fucking excited that we are upgraded. I got myself a wireless set of headphones that I turned on pass through mode because I am still figuring them out. I got a brand new camera. I should be in 1080p now. This is up from, I think, 420 might have been what my other camera was from about 2002. So, yeah, beyond stoked to start doing this. And this was made possible by our subscribers and our cheerers and those of you who are supporting the stream because I bought some of it with those proceeds. So, thank you guys. This is my normal Tuesday night D&D game where it's our home game. We've been playing this game for almost a year now, and I've only just started streaming it. And I test streamed it for a little while, but that was my fellow DM's campaign that I'm a player in. This will be the first time that I'm the DM for this session, this campaign on stream. So anyway, we're going to get to it, do some recap, and reintroduce all of our friends and comrades here. Let's get to it. All right, I'm back. I'm live. Who's doing the recap? Great, awesome. Joe, tell us what happened last week. Bloop. That yeah, little bit of that, little bit of that. Hey, like it does. That's right. That's right. Sick Bert. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hood, that is his name. Hey, we're doing recap. Tyler, you're gonna take over recap. No, I'm just kidding. Mhm, mhm. Hmm. Right. Kythar. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. 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 Right. Right. Yeah, they are the Grimstone mines. Anybody else have anything to add? That was great. That was a great recap. You still have inspiration, so no need to grant. But that was a wonderful recap. Anybody else have anything to add? Yeah, I can try to do that. That's what I just replied to you. I said you can't download it from the link that you sent me. Yeah. Okay. Uh, if no one has anything to add about the recap, I will add one minor piece of information, which is that a dwarven woman named Jen Wheatland is the like foreman of the mine, and that was like the next step. Basically, was to go check in with her, and so that's super great. Let's do like mega rapid character introductions in Discord order. So, Aaron, yeah, talk about Monzo. Monzo, tell us about a Tesk. That's great. Talk to us about Simone. Okay. Yep. And he's a very charismatic dude, very on brand for him. Let's hear about Reed. Every time. that's that's a good point. Lord knows these guys need some fucking guidance. Let's hear about Arthur. Yeah, he does. Let's hear about Sigbert. That's Sigbert. And last, but certainly not least, let's hear about Kythar. Every time. Orcs. Yeah. Love it. It's fucking. Um, and that's the first clip of the night right there. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so let's choose color, but I don't need to choose your color. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set the scene for you guys a little bit. You guys did need to travel for the better part of a day. We'll call it like a half travel day to get here. You left after your morning meetings and you arrived, about dinner time. And so there's still some sun in the sky, but you guys will definitely spend some time on the road. You approached the you were traveling along the main road back towards Irrigan, and then there was a trail which cut north, which is obviously very well used, and it led back towards the mountains. And as you followed this trail for like 45 minutes or so, you came across like a huge cave opening in what anyone would be able to identify as like the classical dwarven style. And there was like huge wooden cranes and machinery outside, and this is obviously, when in operation, a very busy and bustling place, but it is all the machinery standing still. No work seems to be being done, and you guys are standing here in front of this mine, and you hear a huffing and puffing sound coming from behind you, and you turn around, and you see Monzo jogging towards you, catching up with his party. Yeah, yeah. Roll a d20 for how much water actually gets you. No, I'm just kidding. uh, um, but you guys are reunited once more outside of the mines. And if you have any questions to ask each other in private before you enter them officially, now's probably the time for that. Okay, sounds great. I mean, that depends. Monzo, are you trying to hide anything? Expediency. Yep. Yep. Okay. Sounds good. I am gonna just take just a real quick pause here. My viewer says that they can just hear my side of the conversation, which means that my shit is all fucked up.
Oh
Okay. No,
no.
I see. I see
Oh
the bar going
no.
for you guys now. So now that should come through appropriately. Thank you so much, Castle. You're the best. Okay.
Good job, Castle.
um, so you guys like approach the mine, and there are like a few errant dwarves standing around idly, but by and large, this place is like basically abandoned. And as you like enter through the huge uh, like cave entrance with these intricately carved pillars on each side with like dwarvic, like the cultural equivalent of like a Celtic knot, but dwarvish style, all up and down these things. And you enter like a large area that has tracks, which had come down the mountain, which you walked beside to come up. Thanks, babe. And there's a large door here, which is like swung open, and you guys can see that it's very obviously like an office of some kind. Uh, there is another doorway here and here. The tracks themselves disappear behind what is obviously like a makeshift wooden barricade of some sort, which goes the entire like height of the mine and completely blocks the area between here and whatever's on the other side. And you can see like a fresh beginnings of a tunnel here. As you guys approach and you guys like make a lot of noise, there's 7 of you. You hear a gruff voice from inside the office. What? We're closed. There's no work here.
No shit. That's why we're here to help.
And there's you hear like a chair scoot and a figure approach from the doorway, and there's like a red bearded dwarf standing before you in like clad in just like intricate metal works with like jewels and things, and this is obviously like a prestigious individual within the dwarven realm. And the figure approaches and squints their eyes and kind of scans all of you guys up and down, very obviously like sizing up the party, and be like, yeah, you guys are Lord Estebar sends you?
That's right, fool. We're here to solve your problems.
And dwarves don't usually smile. That's not like a thing. But, the closest thing to it spreads across this dwarf's face. And they motion you and say, come, into my office. We'll talk.
Just to let you know, DM, since I summoned Will whenever I was about to fight Kythar, I would keep him summoned with me for the rest of the day.
Yeah, sounds great.
And I follow him into his office.
I'm assuming you guys do. But
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great. And you guys enter what is like obviously a well-established, like this is an office that somebody does a lot of like work out of. There's like paperwork strewn everywhere. This dwarf is making themselves comfortable in one of the chairs, and they gesture into like a few couches that they have strewn around. It's probably enough seating for you guys if somebody squeezes in next to Monzo on one of them, and you guys just make it work. In this room, there is a wooden door opposite the desk, and then a heavy iron door in the corner as well. And the dwarf, which was talking to you all before, says, "Well, welcome. I am Ginny, the four dwarf of this here mine, and we've well, I'm sure we've been shut down. I've got something in my mind, and it sounds like you guys are going to clear it out."
I think we're definitely going to, but like, what is it?
And the Ginny, puts her hand on the desk and looks at you and says, "Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't need you adventurers. The guards that came through here, only one of them came out, and he was no good to anyone. Couldn't put a string of words together to save his life." And and the dwarf leans back in her chair and like fingers like a large axe at her waist while she says, danger is part of the job description, but fortunately, I get paid more. I get paid more now, and I don't need to fight it myself. That's what the likes of you are for. But I have no idea what it is. The only guard that survived, his armor was rusted through. He was traumatized. He couldn't really say anything, and he didn't have a weapon. So the coward must have left it and run, or I don't know.
Well, since you're like the Ford dwarf and shit, can you tell me what happened that led up to this spirit thing attacking out of the mines?
Of course, of course. Well, we've been operating this mine for as long as Edgetown has been in business, and this is actually the second or third iteration of the mine since then. So relatively new, I suppose. This section of the mountain, anyway. But I digress. I have, and she like thinks about it, and she says, I have 43 dwarves that I have working for me here, and well, I guess they're not. I suppose they're not all dwarves. We have a tough human and an orc or two, but we began to. 2 months ago, I had 57 miners, and no one has quit the job. And accidents do happen, but not. People don't just disappear. They're and we once we lost more than 10 people, it was time to call it quits and shut it down until we could find a source. And that was when, of course, we called the town guard and hoped that they'd be able to clear this out for us. And well, we've talked about who came from there already. And so, if you're looking for a timetable, I'd say it's been a month or two that we've had disappearances. But the details of no, I can't tell you that anyone's seen anything or heard anything. It hasn't been something as obvious as a giant worm or something.
So like what I'm trying to say, like there's no blood, there's no bodies, there's no like scratch marks on the fucking wall and shit.
None. So the only thing that's been strange is that some of the miners have been reporting that there's been talk of someone. They think it's John. He's a bit of a neat freak, but they think that someone's been sneaking in after hours and cleaning the place. There's not been as much refuse and debris. Uh, Miners piss and shit in the corners, and we're a hardy, hardworking folk who know the value of putting in a full day's work. But that's all I can tell you.
Sounds
As
like
soon
a
as
ghost.
as soon as he says piss and shit in a quarter, I'm gonna side eye over to Kythar.
I have a shit-eating grin.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna be like, well, I want to tell you, thank you for your help and the information. At least it helps us know like we're like hella going. Do you have like a map of your mine that we can use?
Oh, and she like looks around, like all of the scattered papers and things, and says, "Tell you what, I'll draw you one." And she draws out the this like image of a mine, and the tracks themselves are pretty straightforward. I wish I could show you just the track lines.
You could draw a line, like an
Oh,
ad
you know
hoc
what? Actually,
line.
you know what? I can. I can. I can. I can. Give me a second. Where is?
Oh, like grab someone's character and just walk them through it.
Yeah. And on that note, we actually need to do that real quick. So I'm going to walk everybody through it. Right click on your own character, go to toggles, and then reveal fog of war. And now at the top, you will have something called the revealer. You'll need to select your color for whatever that revealer is. And your reveal range for this map is 2. And this is just a random dwarf.
Is there any way to
Turn
like?
on the fog of war. Oh,
Is
A
there any way?
reminder that I am unable to do that.
That's fine because
you can see his.
we'll set it for you. Yeah.
Also, David, for the sake of not inconveniencing others, do you want someone to roll for me, or would you prefer me to roll my?
No, you should roll your own dice. You're playing the game. I mean, you can roll home dice. That's fine.
It looks like it goes off this way too.
That's just that's just like a stopper.
I know.
Okay.
I'd prefer the live effect. Yeah.
So, all right. So that actually works really well. So she draws you this map, which shows this line like snaking through, and there's like a stopper, and she circles that part that you were just talking about, and she's like, "This is where we load the carts with the items of value from minerals of value and gems and things from this region," and she like circles a big space like behind that in like this area. She just like circles a whole big circle, and like there's a few different mines which exist here, and then as she goes down to the rest of it, she says that we had just started the second area here, and we hadn't gotten very far before we had to shut everything down, and it doesn't
Did
go
you
any
guys
farther than that.
did you guys like find something
She's
that
like,
might have
well,
caused this?
no, we haven't. Like I said, there hasn't been any evidence. We pulled the stone out for the, to ship out, and then anything that we find mineral wise, we'll dig out like tunnels and seek out those veins and take them as far as they go, and then no sense in time wasted, and we'll abandon them once we've finished off the vein and continue with our main line. Primary export is stone, but we've found all sorts of different minerals in these mountains.
What were the main light sources your miners used?
And she, you know, points out her door to one of the two doors that you saw. The one, two, I'm sorry, other doors in this area. She says, "You can go look for yourself. We have flameless lamps." She says, "They're helmets that you wear that you shake the insert, and it gives you about a half an hour of light, and you place it on your helm, and then when it goes out, starts to dim, you take it, you shake it some more, and you put it back, and it's a pretty simple magical technology, but it's really been a time saver."
So we're gonna grab a few.
By all means, anything I can do to assist you in making your job easier. I'm very eager to continue my work.
Yeah, we also might need like a pickaxe, just in case any part of the cave we can't get through. Maybe we need to like break some boulders and shit.
A
And
few
Ginny
of them, if you got it.
and Ginny says, "Take as many as you need." She says, "All." I think we last check we had, I don't remember, 70, no, 80 or so good pickaxes. I can't remember. Plenty for you.
Sounds good. Uh, this barricade. What's the easiest way through it? And I'm referring to the barricade on the track.
Right. And Ginny says, "I don't know if there's an easy way through it, especially for those of you taller than us dwarf folk. But we had to clear a path for the guards to go through, but we reinforced it when only one of them came back. There, you may have an easier time digging along the right wall, but one piece at a time is how that barricade will have to come down. So I think I have a
Alright, well,
few men still standing around. I can get them to help you clear it."
that would be great. That's exactly what we need. Us adventurers need to like save our strength for like whatever the hell is killing your miners, right?
And she like raises an eyebrow at you, and
I
she's
can
like,
diplomacy that if that's.
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
I'm trying to get like a look across. She looks at you with one of those like she's not sure if like you're just being lazy or if or if you're like really being good natured and good hearted. Like it's kind of one of those like first impression moments. Like kind of just like raises an eyebrow, looks at you skeptically, and just kind of agrees with you. Indeed, yes. And she stands up and says, "Well, then you'll have some time to kill unless you all want to help assist. But I have at least half a dozen or so dwarves floating around that I can get started on this barricade." And she like gets up and like starts the process of walking out of her office and like back out the way you guys came.
All right.
Go. Were you gonna do something? Say something?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, "Hey, fools, huddle up real quick. I'm gonna kind of huddle or ask the party to kind of huddle with us, and I'd be like, "Hey, what he describing, right? Isn't that what the puto you guys saw that took your shit?" And I'm
think
maybe
so.
pointing at Tyler and Reed and all them, or
So,
Ates.
sounds just like it.
Wait, what?
I got my shit right here. I grab my cloak.
I mean, shit. I meant these putos right here. Either way, she also said like, there's some little puto that comes in and cleans up after. Doesn't that sound like that little puto you guys get the flowers to?
Food? Why would he clean up the mud?
People?
He's like obviously like a servant, right? Like he like led you to her, right?
Yeah.
So
Does anybody have any flowers?
I'm just guessing here, puto. I'm just trying to put things together. I'm like putting a puzzle. It's like hella. I got like a corner. You got to give me another corner.
Right. Well, I'm saying, if anybody has some flowers, I mean, we can certainly test whether or not food's in here.
No, I don't think he's here. I'm just trying to say this kind of sounds like the person you guys
Sounds
talked
like.
to. Yeah, you might be fighting this. Do you get what I'm saying here? Like, I don't
No,
think I'm
yeah,
being
I
like
get,
too
I get what
cryptic.
you're saying. No, I understand what you're saying. I know. It sounds like we're fighting the dark bad man that we found.
Hold on.
But then he
There's a
absorbed
bad man
light.
that took your guys' stuff, and he may be murdering minors as well on the side. Is that what? Correct.
That's kind of like what I'm guessing. And I think it's all related to like Lord Estebar, because like that's like one of his like fucking operations, right?
He wanted Lord Estebar. I'm assuming he wanted Lord Estebar dead or seriously injured.
Either way, what I'm saying is that we gotta be like hella careful. It might not just be this puta that you guys met. It might be this Hood too. If she's all magical and shit, who knows what she can do to Hood? Turn him into like fucking gargantuan and shit.
What's wrong? What's wrong with being gargantuan?
Nothing, fool, when you're on my side. If I'm fighting you, that's like a problem.
Pat Will on the head at that. Category size large.
Yeah. And be like, unless you guys got like something else to say, maybe we should like. And I'm gonna point at Kythar, Sigbert, and Monzo, because don't you have a high strength rating too, Monzo?
I mean, the compliment. I'll take it as a
I'm
compliment.
gonna point at you guys and be like, hey, maybe you guys should go help him.
Was it-
And you
I'm
guys
just
can
at
hear,
home.
like, through the open door, like, you know, the voice of a dwarf, like, barking orders, and you hear, like the rapid, like, stomp of, like, multiple feet, and, like, the grunting of dwarves, and, like, the sound of, like, you know, wood creaking, and, like, they're already getting started on this.
Well, I'm gonna lean down to Jenny, and so are you guys union? Do you have like a mess hall and bathrooms around here too, or?
She says there's a latrine outside. She's like, and everyone messes in their quarters or standing or there's not an official mess. There's a tent outside that we pitch in when the weather's nice. But you know, it's mostly about the work around here. People go home to their families sometimes. We've got bunks for the ones who don't have families. It's a hard life.
I'm gonna lean down at Task and say, "Not union."
Yeah, no, that didn't even cross my mind.
Okay, I'll go out and I'll like go to help, but I'm gonna, like the person on the group assignment that has no idea what's going on and barely helps at all. Like I'm gonna be like,
yeah. Like
knots and stuff.
you're playing with the line between, like, are you a liability being there, or are you actually being helpful? Like, you're straddling that line.
Like when the road closed, and I'm the guy holding the stop and the slow and stop sign.
Right. Yeah, I hear that.
Will's gonna kind of go in like almost like the middle of the like the train of dwarfs that are like going and pulling apart like the barricade. He's just gonna go into the middle and like make like a circle and then just like cat loaf like right in the middle of them walking.
So he's gonna get right in the way.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah.
Inconvenient as possible.
Welcome to a cat.
And the dwarves are like obviously visibly agitated as they like walk around. One of them like accidentally steps on Will's tail in the process.
Yeah, you know, "Rawr," like really loud. Almost like a roar though. So
Tell you what, Monzo, I don't even know what to have you roll me. Roll me a charisma roll to see how you inspire these dwarves, how quickly they get this done.
Not a problem.
huge charisma.
Classic
Ooh.
Monzo.
It's higher than his average of 3.
All right, 8. 8 is the final number. So
You know,
You got
I think
Perfect.
you made a perfect description. Like maybe you helped them, like maybe they went faster because you were there, but it still took them 45 minutes to clear a path for you guys. And there's like a low path you're gonna have to crouch through. It's perfect for the dwarves, but it's a little low for you guys. And they only have so much reach though. And they, come out and one of them like runs into Ginny's office, and she comes out and she looks at it. And she turns to the group and says, "Is that tall enough? Do you want me to have him raise it a little bit for you, tall folk?"
If it took 45 minutes, could I do like a meanwhile prayer?
Yeah, anybody can
And
do anything. in
I'll
45
text you.
minutes.
I'll text you.
Cool.
Text you the
Sounds
deets
great.
on that.
Yeah, send me that. Anybody else want to spend their time other than giving each other shit, which I assume is kind of the baseline of what you guys are doing?
On par.
Arthur's shaking his light.
Okay. You guys, are you guys picking up that equipment?
nothing. I'm
assuming-
doing nothing. I'm just kind of hanging out until they're done.
You guys have talked about wanting pickaxes and stuff. Is anybody going to go
Oh,
get that?
yes. I'm going to go to the equipment room and get pickaxes and the lights.
And it's the first door. It's this door here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, here. And it's a super small equipment room, but the walls are lined with like different various tools, like all of which are for stoneworking. The majority of them are pickaxes. There are like racks going through the middle of the building or middle of the room, and like big bins of like just handles and just pickaxe heads sitting in like the corners and stuff. And then like on like a shelf which goes all the way around the wall, there are like numbered stalls, and a few of them are like missing, not in order. Like number 7's not there, number 13's not there, but they're like these little helmets with these little like light blue colored orbs in where the forehead would be.
I'm gonna grab as many hats as I can.
Your hats,
And
1, 2, 3. You probably got
yeah.
like 6, maybe even 7.
I'm gonna
hats.
I'm gonna put one on and then grab 6 of them.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm gonna walk back out and I'm gonna hand it all to everyone. And right before I give mine to Kythar, I put his helmet like right above my right near my crotch, and then shake it to like turn it on and be like, "Hey, I turned it on for you, puto." Making a gesture.
I got you. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
jacking off with the light.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna give it to Kythar. Yeah.
Yep.
So I grab it and I toss it aside down the cavern. I throw it like a frisbee down the cavern.
And you hear a distinct like cracking sound as it makes
Clank,
contact.
clank, clank.
Like the sharp sound of like glass breaking. Like you hear that as you toss it.
I'm just gonna kind of shrug my.
away from him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shrug. And then I'm gonna go grab a pickaxe.
Cool. Yeah, I mean anybody who wants tools can grab them. They're there.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a tool.
I'll grab one too. And my mining hat is going to be like a little too small for my head. So it's going to be like almost comical because I have a.
And these are made for dwarves. And these are made for dwarves. So that's saying something. And then I'm going to try to go over to the little hole that was made and see if it's wide enough for my slender elvish body.
Oh yeah, you and Will both can slip through that, no big deal at this point. I mean, you gotta
Okay.
crouch a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
not too
yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I could go. I'm gonna turn around to the rest of the party and be like, "You put those ready?"
I'm done. I'm gonna
Alright.
grab a pickaxe, come back in line, and be like, "Yeah, I'm ready."
I
I'm
go
gonna-
grab a pickaxe as well.
I'm gonna
Cool.
grab a pickaxe as well, and I'm ready.
And then for
All
those
right.
of you grabbing pickaxes, I am assuming you're like putting these on your belt and keeping your weapons as your primary.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're equipped but not held.
Yes, that's the important distinction.
That is exactly what you need.
That is the important distinction. Yep.
Yeah.
But if anybody like wanted to be like wielding their pickaxe, then I'd let them do that. But anyway, okay. So you guys like have your items, and you are like standing outside. And Ginny, did anybody ever answer Ginny? She asked you if you guys wanted her to make it taller, have them make it taller.
Can get through this.
I don't think anybody said
Is it
anything.
uncomfortable for us bigger folk to get through, or is it like I'm gonna get stuck and they're gonna have to warm up butter in the microwave?
You will likely be displacing some of this wood as you go through it. Yeah. You'll have to squeeze. You'll have to push. But it's like a loose barricade. It's just like, it's not like anything's been officially done. They're not like boards nailed to each other. They're just like these big stacks of like oblong pieces of wood.
So I tell oh, fuck it. What's your name again, Aaron? Monzo?
Monzo.
So I tell Monzo, okay, just hold on, and I start at a run through the barricade and just try to plow through the barricade to make a bigger hole.
Roll me a bull rush maneuver.
What time of the day is it at this point?
It's probably
I
like
think it's morning still.
no, it's evening because you guys traveled most of the day to get here. It's probably
16.
You guys got here at like 5. She took about an hour to break down the barricade, so like 6, maybe 7.
You're trying to Kool-Aid man through the wall through the
16?
barricade?
Well, it's already a hole. I'm just making it bigger.
Yeah, you absolutely widen that hole.
Oh.
But one of the oblong pieces of wood, as you get to the other end, you see it. It has like skewered you through the shoulder that you lowered to push through, and you take 2 damage.
Lethal.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It comes off your HP. Yeah.
Okay.
But now this is Monzo's probably still going to get poked around the belly a little bit as he slides through, but everybody's going to be able to make their way through this nice and comfortable now. Let's see here.
Arthur's actually kind of like, all right, cool, let's go.
I'm gonna walk past Kythar as I go through
The
the
splinters
thing.
out of Pythar.
What was
And
that?
it- he said he's gonna take the splinters out of you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be like, hey, you can't argue with results.
Arthur's
Quick
gonna lean over
question.
to a desk and say, hey, can you do a little spell on the bullet that I have in the pistol? Make it like a flashlight?
We have lights, remember?
Yeah.
The helmets.
It did.
I mean, if you want, absolutely. And I cast light on the
I
spell.
wouldn't mind having a
on the
backup.
bullet.
David, can I ask what the impression of the dwarves were seeing this?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have you would have only been able to see them all the way up until you made contact with the barricade, and then they would have been behind you. But
Okay.
the rest of the party, like, did Kythar like holler when he, did he like make a yell or a scream as he went through, or did he just kind of run?
Oh yeah, just full on like full charge, like just
Yeah. Then
war scream.
as he started to holler, like the dwarves would have like stopped and looked over their shoulders, and then when the of him like the smashing into this wood, like everybody else would have like stopped and jerked their head around, really just like kind of craned their necks, but like, what the fuck is going on? And then Aaron, did you have a question? I thought I heard the start of one.
Yeah. How big is each square? I don't know if
These
this
are
is
5-foot squares. This is like between like 10, probably like 10 feet in the narrow spots and like 15 feet in the wider spots of this cavern. These tracks go along, a 5-foot stretch, like right down the dead center of this path, as far as you guys can see. The lights you
Just
guys,
curious.
yeah,
There's oversized. I was just curious.
the lights you guys have on are, are good for up to 30 feet of vision. For those of you who have no vision at all, that illuminates it well, and then it's, it has a drop off for perception. You can still perceive things past 30 feet, within to 60 feet, just not as well.
Is it considered low light after 30
Yes,
feet?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I have low light vision.
So yeah, I mean, for those of you who have low light vision, you know that the advantage that this helm has is that everything's sharper and everything has color under this light, whereas your native low light vision just allows you to see shapes and sometimes movement, but that it's not as like it's not as complete of a sight.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's as written. That's just the way low light vision works.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. But so you guys can see about to the end of like the bend, and it kicks off into low light past then. But this like channel looks clear. The tracks are more or less in typical shape, and like I said, it varies between about 10 feet wide and about 15 feet wide. And these are dwarven mines, so they go, but they also have to get these like stacked mine carts through, which are taller than dwarves themselves. So these, even though they're dwarvish mines, they still have like 6-foot ceilings. So you guys, it's probably like tight, but you guys can make your way through here.
Gotcha. Single file kind of thing.
I mean, two abreast because it's 10 feet where it's narrowest. So you guys
Gotcha.
could go through in theory 2 at a time.
Is the track considered what was it?
Difficult
Rough terrain?
No. I mean, it's just I guess it's a trip hazard, but I don't feel like I feel like a bunch of adventurers are gonna like be able to know not to trip on some fucking tracks. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Kythar and be like, all right, Bull, lead the way.
You should put me in the middle because
I don't have a light.
Yeah, that's where Arthur will give him his hat. He's got the light with the pistol.
I appreciate that, Arthur.
No problem. Hang on to this one.
Thanks for not jacking off in it. But being it a dwarven hat and barbarian being a little bit bullheaded and a little bit big-headed, it sits comically on top of my head as well, such as like Monzo's.
It's tiny hats.
Yep. Love it.
And I start leading the group down the mine shaft.
Yeah, I would love for you guys to just put yourself in whatever order you're going to go through the mines, and we'll just keep that format as we travel through. Unless you
I
change it, of
mean,
course.
as I
Should we?
rush through, but see the group come through, I probably got right here. Okay.
Tyler should be dead middle, I think, right?
Tyler should be middle. Yeah.
It's probably the safest place for me.
I'd like
Plenty
to have
of bodies to absorb the damage either way.
So I'm gonna be like, hey, Putos, Will has dark vision. Let him go up there with Kythar.
Sounds good, Will.
Should Sigbert bring up the rear?
Yeah, I can work out the rear.
Probably does.
Sigbert.
And
I'll
then
probably be in the middle, to be honest.
I'll be behind Monzo, Tyler behind me, then Stover. Then wait, where are you at, Reed?
I kind of want to be in the middle so I can heal everybody, but
Okay,
if
so
we're
how
not
about this?
worried about-
You're in between me and Atesk. And then it's Sigbert, or then it's
but
Arthur,
put
then
me-
Sigbert.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
The strategizing.
I was gonna say, I want
Yeah.
Tyler.
I love it. This is my bread and butter, where I don't have to say anything, and you guys are like, "No, in the front. No, in the middle." Like, I'm just sitting here having dinner. Like, yeah, you guys figure it out.
All right, I think we have it figured out. Monzo and Will are in the front right now. Or not Monzo, Kythar, sorry.
So I looking at that, we were about to hit a bend. I believe, looking at potentially where the map that we were looking at, I asked Will, hey, can you creak your head around and see if you see anything?
I'm gonna have Will go into stealth.
Great, roll him into stealth.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, for some stealth purposes, he's leading a group of individuals. So
With
Yeah.
with lights on their head.
right,
Yeah, I get
exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. Sorry. It rolled twice. We'll go off the first roll.
always off the first roll.
Yeah. That's going to be a 21.
21 for this is Will stealth. Great, that's a great roll.
And he's gonna lean around the corner and do a perception check.
And with dark vision, that's 60 feet.
That's correct.
That's enough to see to like right here, so he can see that the tracks continue this way, and maybe just the start of another bend, which I mean you guys know is there. You have a sketch, so he can see this whole stretch, and there does not appear to be anything around there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He looks back to the agreement ball. There's no sweeties there. And then I go, all right, let's go.
Okay. I will go ahead and. Oh no, it doesn't rotate you guys the fun way. Well, then that's okay. Whoop.
Oh, it's all right. I think we have the order.
It's okay. It's fine. It's not the big deal.
It blacked out everything for me again.
Did it re-black out everything for you?
Yes.
And I only
I
have
don't know
some
about
of
everyone
your,
else though.
I only have some of your figures. Hold on, I'm trying this again. I'm backing up one more time.
Oh, the figures. Only some figures show because I think they're in the. They're in
No,
the
because
fog of war.
I don't see them either, and I'm the big man. So we're gonna load an autosave.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So it looks like we're in. I still doesn't unlock for me, but still black for me. But our characters are here, or some
I
of
can
them are.
see.
What the
I can
fuck?
see the map.
You can see everything.
I can see the map, but I don't see all the characters.
Oh my fucking god.
That's okay.
Technical issues.
That's fine. Doop doop.
Ba-dun-dun.
Yeah, you got to go to the screen where it's like a drunk cameraman pulling out cables.
What's the one from like The Simpsons?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's like one like a cat like got into like a box with wires.
Since we're in the between times right now, Anthony, you were potentially like say Megan's gonna be out of town. You want to do something on Labor Day weekend. I think my parents are gonna probably be gone that weekend, camping or something.
I'll
So
let you know.
I don't know if you want to do something in Fresno, if you want relatively here in town.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I want to get all my options here, and then go with Then I'm gonna pit those two together, see if whoever can give me a better deal.
Right.
I'm gonna go to one and I'm gonna go to one and be like, well, this is what they're offering me. Here's the offer letter. What can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna counter offer with the person before. There's a lot of wheeling and dealing that still needs to happen.
Game's back up, by the way.
Tyler taught me all that. What I need to know.
Yep. I taught him everything he knows.
Everything you know.
About ruthless negotiation.
Yep, just everything he knows.
Oh yeah, by the
all
way,
me.
About computers, yeah,
All of it. It's all me.
networking, coding. What else?
whoa.
Whoa.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Yeah, Merrick.
What?
Yeah, here, let me see. Let me share my screen here.
Shit.
Yeah, lots of orange lines.
If you see Aaron's screen,
This is what
possibly,
we're
I think
seeing.
Aaron's on.
Oh yeah, that's what I see.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering where that music was coming from. It's Aaron's.
Oh yeah, that's.
I thought
fucked
Aaron
up.
was push to talk.
Okay.
Set a
Now
time
he's
to this
streaming again.
hour. Oh, Aaron's playing music? Now he's not talking.
Okay.
Oh, he put himself to push talk.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a jerk.
All right,
So
I have
fine.
completely shut down fucking tabletop, and I'm gonna restart it, and we're gonna try this again. This is ridiculous.
How often do you guys wash your hair with shampoo?
I try to do every couple days with shampoo and conditioner.
Every other day.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But there's not
Once
a
a
lot to
month.
wash, so.
What about you, Aaron? And Joe?
Once a month.
Once a month. What about you, Joe?
About once a week.
Yeah, I do it once a week too. What about you? You
Once a
luscious
month?
locks. Luscious locks, Chris.
I do it once every like 3 to 5 days, depending.
Mm-hmm.
So
What about
So,
you, Stover?
The same with Chris.
Yeah.
All right, try
Chris,
that,
do you-
guys.
Chris
you ever-
uses horse shampoo.
Well, hey, horse shampoo is good. Okay,
Mane
I've
and
heard it's
tail.
pretty good.
Mane and tail.
Jen used to use it.
It's all there, David. At least
What's
on
that?
It's
mine.
supposed to grow your hair.
What's that?
I loaded incorrectly. I don't have any characters out, but the map looks fine.
Great.
Yeah, the map looks good
We're
now, yeah.
restarting with characters, so everybody's gonna
That's
have to do right-click on their character, go to toggles, turn on Reveal Fog of War, select their color, and readjust to 2. My apologies.
Please make me so I can do all that because I can't interact with nothing.
God damn it! I did on the last one, but the last one didn't work. And then I forgot on this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I need. Oh, now I can click it. Okay, there we go. Toggles, right?
Joe, did you want to be around there?
I know nothing.
Did Joe pass away?
Sorry, I was on mute.
R.I.P.
Yeah, no, I was on mute.
Dead. DED.
I think. Yeah. That's perfect.
Gosh, you betcha.
He's eating.
Chips. Chippies.
It's not
I didn't do it.
Oreos.
No. I don't keep Oreos in the house. That's dangerous.
Are you sleeving, Anthony?
Huh?
Are you sleeving? We're really going in for Wizards of the Coast, huh? D&D and Magic cards, huh?
Well, technically,
Who would've thought?
we're playing a Pathfinder homebrew, so that's not Wizards, but you know.
Speaking of, since I got all the books, David, you should take a look at them, and
Yeah.
maybe we could run a Pathfinder 2 game, because
Yeah.
I think you'd really like the action economy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've read good things about Pathfinder 2, and a lot of the stuff I've accidentally looked up for Pathfinder 2 when I was trying to find Pathfinder 1 stuff. I've like really enjoyed what I've read. So
Yeah.
super sick, super sick, super sick. So you guys are making your way around the corner, making your way around the bend. Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Just around the river bend.
Oop. Oop. You guys can move your own characters. I gotta fucking do the
Yep.
revealing thing. Toggles. Fucking reveal Fog of War. Reveal the fucking Fog of War. Thank you for range of DOS. And then, okay. As you guys. Oh, I should also
Wait,
be able to see.
That we don't need that Bonzo.
No,
That
stop.
Bonzo's dead.
That's my revealer. That's what I'm using as a DM piece to show you guys what you can see.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Trust the process. Here, I'll even rename it. Oh, fucking Christ.
Control Z.
I deleted it on accident. No, Control Z is what fucked us up last time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not fucking doing that shit again. Okay. So I just need to find a random dwarf piece. Fucking Fog of War.
We could just use the bag, really, right?
The bag, I don't know how big the hit radius is on the bag, and I don't know if the bag has the same settings. It might. But,
You could just use one of us, too.
well, one of you will only
One
reveal it
of
for
us.
you. I guess I'd have to select. I could change your reveal color. That might actually be an easier way to do it in the future. Good call. Okay. Will, with his dark vision, can see like straight across that there's like a smaller path, and there's like a large chamber. Like this area has been dug out. This area is, obviously been like a primary, like quarrying source for a while. He glances to the right I can see that there's another one of those trails which begins off, just right beneath him, I guess, to his right, and can see that the tracks end this way, but he would be able to see at least where they end. So that would probably be his line of sight. And now that he's looking at more space than just like a tunnel, I'd love a perception check from him.
Okay. Let's see if this one will work now. Yes, it does work. Okay, cool. I think the map's fixed.
Great.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
Good one for Will. 25.
So he can see that, the stopper, the cart stop, which is, some metal and wood, essentially, is completely rotted away. And that's what catches his eye initially. And then he tracks, he like tracks the tracks and sees that like the wooden planks are also, completely degraded, almost like, dry rot, and the rails have like rusted through in some places, in this kind of stretch here.
I'm going to use my empathetic link to see through Will's eyes and just kind of describe what Will's seeing. Be like, hey, fool, there's like a stopper for the minecart, and it's like hella degraded. And like the tracks over here are hella rusted through, just like what Taputo said at the barracks. I think whatever's killing the miners came through here. Don't know how recent though.
And I turn to look at the guys that actually went to school and shit. I ask him like, "You guys are smart. What makes stuff rust?"
Lots of things. Lots of different water. Really anything actually. Just
I heard
put
stainless steel can't rust.
Ha! Are you saying that in or out of character?
No, it's
Tesk,
jet fuel
you
can't
have
melt
you
steel
have
beams.
you have a lot of book learning to Tesk. Please roll me an intelligence check. Just a general.
That's in character. That's in
general.
Okay.
general everyday intelligence check.
Yeah, or actually, you could probably roll if you have knowledge engineering, that would be appropriate also.
I do have knowledge. No,
Why don't you
wait.
go? Okay.
No, I don't. That must be my other character.
Oh, bummer.
That's a test 3, not a
That's-
test 2.
That's a disappointment.
If this is an intelligence check, then it's going to be what I roll originally? 17.
As you stated before, water makes things rust. Extra heated or extra cooled air.
What is an AA?
Can make things rust. There are a handful of creatures, which, some of which feed on metal specifically, others just feed. That kind of thing could be responsible for this as well.
A creature.
Yeah, I'm
What is
not
it just to say?
not familiar with any creatures that would do this, but I've heard that's possible. I don't know. Arthur, what do you think?
About?
Well, coming from the college, I didn't see a lot of rusty things. Stuff was pretty well kept. It was a nice place. Generally not dilapidated like this mine.
Well,
So, I don't
you're
know.
always going to have some young student that mixes a little too much oxidizer with the powder, and labs sometimes I needed to get some TAs to clean up the mess that the undergrads had. So, yeah, wide variety of problems: oxidizers, acids, stainless steel. By the way, who said stainless steel? I've never heard of that. We don't use that in our world.
You're
Anyway.
a merchant, you see a lot of stuff, fool. They were like spoons.
Spoons, you say?
Either way, you think this shit could be magical?
Anything's
I don't know.
possible.
Let me find out. And then I cast detect magic in the direction.
Yeah.
It worked.
Comes back mundane.
Nothing in that direction seems magical to me.
All right.
So-
Well, what do you think? Should we keep following the tracks or should we go straight?
I mean, we should probably go towards the affected area. I think that's the most likely chance we'll have to run into whatever's doing this, and hopefully we don't die.
I think we should split up.
Remember, fools, like this puto like rusts metal, so it's like you fools who fight with swords and shit. You better be careful. And plus, he has like a cloud, right? And he has a cloud that like makes it hella dark. They didn't say anything about sound though, so if you go into a place where you can't like see shit, just start yelling.
My lamp goes out and I just start screaming.
Put your lamp back on.
Shake it, fool.
It's one of those lamps that you have to like jerk off in order to get. Going.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes, you have to shake it.
You have to shake
That's what I was trying to. Yeah, that's how I turned it on originally. Yeah.
Shake and bake, Monzo.
That's how I turned it on, giving it to you when you threw it.
We should split up. We should go in 2 groups. One group follows the track, the other group explores this cavern.
Who's gonna go with a Tusk? Because it'd be 2 jobs. Looking
Wow.
for what's going on and babysitting him.
it.
I'll go with a Tusk.
And me and go too. You put those follow the tracks, like, make sure you stay on track. I'm gonna give
So we'll
myself a
follow
little
the
chuckle.
tracks, and your group of 4 will go into the cave.
That's right, fool.
Alright,
I meant forward, like this way.
You could ping
Oh
it.
God, I was on mute
Yeah.
this whole time.
Not this way. I'm going this way.
There's a reason why
Just
we're
saying it.
ignoring you then, Joe.
He's like, why is everyone not
Yeah.
talking to me?
Because we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Do we really think splitting up is the best course of action here? I just want to get that in. They are driving without their lights on. That is a no-no.
If we're gonna cover more ground and find this shit quickly, remember, fool, like, you see that shield on your back? There's some putos that want to come rip your legs off. Don't you want to get this shit done quickly?
All right, I'm going with a test so I can heal him if he starts getting beat up too bad, which he has a knack for doing.
I'm pretty good at
Alright.
that.
So then Sabacho, sorry, Sigbert, Monzo, Kythar are all going down the track, and the rest of us are going down the cave.
Okay. Just align
Okay.
yourselves in whatever order you're going, wherever you're going, and we'll get you moved.
I want to go ahead and take a perception roll.
Blanc. Sure. What are you looking
Take a
for?
look around the area. Just anything. I just basically do a 180 view from the track. I just want to see if I notice anything.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception roll. Monzo, you
And I-
got knocked over.
As we start to split up, I'm going to say, wait, why don't you send Will with us? He has dark vision, and you have dark vision, so you can see for your group. And then if anything happens, you can talk to each other.
I'm kind of like, I don't know, fool, like, the closer I am to Will, like, I'm kind of protected and shit. Like,
Yeah, but you have the paladin. You'll be fine. We don't have a healer.
He has dark vision.
all right, fool. I'm gonna let Will go with you this one time, but like, remember, he's a very sensitive like cat, so make sure you take care of him. You can see like the concern on my face for Will like going with you guys.
You see, I have like catnip in my hand.
I
He just likes me. I'm a natural.
I turned to look. I was like,
gonna-
where did you get that from?
Tusk is gonna pat Simone on the shoulder and be like, "It's gonna be fine. I'm sure we'll be just fine."
We're all gonna
Do
die.
you say it sarcastically or do you really mean it? I'm gonna
I
sense
say-
motive that. No, I'm gonna sense motive that.
Okay, all right,
Getting
let's do this.
Getting spicy.
Falls apart.
15. I have 0 to sense motive.
If you're trying to
What-
bluff him,
do
you
I
can
have-
roll a bluff check. If you're not trying to bluff him, you can roll your own diplomacy check to come off as sincere.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my own diplomacy check to come off as sincere. Ooh. Hold on, let me check my
you're trying
diplomacy.
to come off. You're trying to come off as sincere.
That's a 19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh.
Yeah.
you know, you have only been traveling with the Tesk for. Hold on, I can tell you exactly how long you've been traveling with the Tesk for. You've only been traveling with the Tesk for
4 days.
no, 3 weeks. You guys have been-
Oh.
3 weeks, but it's like when you're with a group for 24 hours a day for 3 weeks, accelerated friendships happen.
Exactly, especially
Yeah.
through life or death situations repeatedly.
Yeah.
And so it's like you remember this is the guy who would have died had Monzo not been there to soften his fall out of a tree. Like this is a fragile dude, and he just like you kind of like get the sense that it's like a forced optimism. This is like we've been fine so far. Like look at me, we're fine, it's cool. Like he's coming across as sincere. It's just like
Okay.
it's almost like a
Just fine.
naivete almost, but sincere.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
Tesk is very naive, so.
He's just gonna give out a big sigh and then like kind of shrug his shoulders and shake his head, like in agree. And like it doesn't. He's Simone's trying to make himself feel better, but it's not really making himself feel better.
And then Tesk is gonna lean back over and go, "Hey, so what happens when you are away from him? Does anything
Well,
happen?"
I get a little weaker. I can't really see through his eyes. Like he kind of despawns after a certain amount of space. Not despawns. He goes back to his plane. Like my magic can't keep him here.
Does he hit a wall and he like can't go any further? Does he know about it, or is he just gonna like up and vanish on him?
So I can kind of feel like his presence at all times when he's like around, right? But when his presence starts to feel like weak, that's how I know like he's too far.
Okay, so you'll know before it happens.
I should know before it happens. That's right. Paul.
Okay, yeah, because the last thing we want to do is leave that, and I kind of like tilt my head over in that direction. That group of guys over there on their own.
Hey, David, quick thing. Did you mean to leave this dwarf rogue right here?
Yes, because he's going to be how I highlight the fog of war for you guys, so that you can see.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an oopsies. Like, okay. So my perception roll, I rolled a 19.
Your perception roll. You're looking through this space, and you too can see that the tracks are rusted through here, and let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Keep in mind, your like helmet view ends about here, and you've got some like low light vision, down this tunnel here and around this corner, but it's not as great a shot. But I mean, this looks consistent with what Will and Simone have reported.
So I'm just kind of more curious about like, I can see into this area right here about this.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've stepped forward enough, but I mean, you still lose sight of this because there's an obvious bend here, so you can't see around corners.
Okay, it's like I'm gonna go check this out real quick. I'll be back. And I stop where my vision stops.
Yep. Are you guys are you lot gonna hang out here, or are you gonna follow him? This is a much narrower path. This is a single file situation.
I'll stay and wait. I don't know about Sigbert.
I'll kind of just wait, like right at the I knocked Monzo over. I'll wait right at like the beginning of the opening, just to make sure he, if he runs into trouble, I can get in there.
Yep, sounds good.
And I have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Real quick. So I know he described what rust is and that the things rust. Is there any damage to the wood or anything that's not
rust? Yeah, the wood has what appears to be like dry rot. Like the wood is is almost crumbling up ahead. I mean, you guys haven't gotten close enough yet to like inspect it or like try and put weight on it or anything, so you don't know like really what the integrity is, but it looks rotted through.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, my cavern group. Oh, also, this kind of main area and the tunnel moving forward, the ceilings open up because, like I said, this is obviously a place that's been like quarried out of and has been like a main operation, so to speak. And so, whereas you were kind of like crouching through this relatively narrow, like 6 foot tall deal, like that ceiling has now doubled, is now 12 feet. Except for these little nooks, which which run off that are like much shallower, and it looks like basically like it looks like a single dwarf just made enough space for kind of him to snake his way through in this path and this path. Kythar, you're definitely crouching to get through here, but this whole main area where everything else is much more opened up. Great. My northern group, my top group. You guys were moving forward to quote unquote explore the cavern. I don't know what that means.
That is correct.
You guys need to move your characters around and tell me what you're doing, what you're looking at.
I'm imagining that we're gonna get towards the next open area because this is just kind of a pathway.
Right.
And as we would go in and take a look from what we can see.
So this is your obvious
Mm-hmm.
stuff. There are no tracks back here. There are lots of like ruts from like wheelbarrows and stuff, which were used to kind of cart stuff back and forth. But there are no wheelbarrows. There are no tracks. This is just like a big abandoned mine cavern. If one of your group wants to do a perception check to specifically look for something, you guys can let me know.
And Reed, let me know where you want to move, and I'll move you.
I'm gonna be like, hey, what about that cave over there? I'm gonna point towards the one right here.
Yep.
The one in front of us?
Yeah.
Well, if we go down the one, it'll be parallel with Will. You may not lose touch with him, right?
Nah, we got some distance. As long as he's not like a mile away. He has to be like a little over a mile before he starts feeling that way.
Okay. Well, let's go.
1.2 kilometers
room.
if you're into that system.
If you're into that system.
1.2 kilometers. I'm grabbing my dice really fast because I'm confused.
So say, let's. I mean, if we're already separated, let's go down the cave, fool.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
I'm all you first. I'm assuming there's rocks around us. Like handheld like rocks.
Yeah. There's if you want to light a rock, that's very easy to find. You almost have to take your pick. Like there's too many choices. You're overwhelmed.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick the smoothest one that I think I can fit in the palm of my hand, and I'm gonna cast light on it.
I'm gonna copy him when I see him go to grab a rock, but I'm not going to light mine up yet. I'm just gonna hold the rock in my hand.
And Simone sees a task like copy him and like pick up a rock but not light it.
Be like, are you saving that for later?
That's exactly right. Just in case.
And just when I thought you were only good for like reading books and shit.
Oh, I can cast light and magic missile. I'm pretty good at that one. That's my favorite spell.
Let's say it seems to be like the only shit you can do. I don't mean listen. I'm sorry. Like,
listen. Hey, I saved us from the kobolds all murdering us at once. Okay, I can cast sleep too.
That's true.
Hey,
that's true.
I don't mean to inconvenience you guys, but can we get going?
I'm gonna be like, hold on one second.
Hold on one second. All right.
It's just when you see a puto in a robe, like you imagine he's like hella smart, Dumb people don't. You're not gonna see Kythar in a robe.
I can't hear this.
No, you cannot hear this.
No shot.
Either way, I'm gonna be like, Reed, you're right. Let's continue on. You first, though.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to do a perception check down that hallway and just see, kind of however far down I can see.
I mean, you'll have to walk into the hallway. It's got a consistent
Right, of
bend.
course. Yeah. I just want to. Is that like an? That's not. How no? Because I have to be looking for something specific.
Yeah. I mean, you can roll a general perception check, but you're going to get at best general information.
Right.
The rock is smooth. It's
looking,
narrow. It's
Right. I'm looking for anything that could be particularly harmful.
Well, you have a sword, you have a shield.
Like living or like
I just want to. Yeah. I mean, I guess
Particularly harmful.
I'm just gonna walk down the hallway. Fuck it.
great.
There's a rock you could trip on.
I don't have like trap sense or anything, so I can't really do like trap
rogues
sense.
department. We don't. You guys don't have a rogue.
This would be a
Right.
great opportunity to have a rogue.
This would be an excellent opportunity to have a rogue. Yeah, it would. But you guys have brute force. There's fucking 7 or 8 with Will. You guys are fine.
We're like the Russia of D&D.
Yeah.
Let's keep throwing bodies at it.
Are we moving at like a careful pace here, or how are we doing?
You're
I'd
leading.
say-
You tell me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going at a comfortable pace.
Comfortable.
Not too
pace.
fast. I can be a little cautious as I poke my head around corners. Shit, man, it splits up in 3 ways. Which way do we want to go?
I'm on. Can I do a perception check to see in this area if there's like any dilapidated like walls, like similar to the like the rust that we've been seeing on the
absolutely.
track?
Go ahead and roll.
My perception is 16.
In this section, you can get very close to the stone because this is a path cut by a dwarf for a dwarf. So you guys are like face to face, nose to nose with the stone. Ass to face as you creep through here, and you look away from where the fuck are you? You're behind her. You look away from Reed's delicious booty at the like walls and things, and they're like they're hard chipped. Like it just looks like somebody just super furiously worked through here as fast as they possibly could. But you can see like a channel along the wall to your left, which was obviously once a vein of a precious metal of some kind, but they don't appear damaged in that same way. No.
Gotcha. So it's like a precious metal, but it's still intact.
It's a hole where the precious metal used to be.
Oh, gotcha. It's an impression.
It's an impression, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look around and be like, I don't see where this puto went. Like you look at the walls and shit, but I don't see anything that's like rusted or like hella fucked up. You know what I mean?
What if he lives in the walls?
Well, what do you think, Reed?
I mean, I think we can only go from what we can see. If looks like something dug that out right there, so why don't we go along this path and see what we find?
Sounds good to me. We're
Let's
following you, puto.
Okay, man. You guys
All right,
want to roll, Reed?
I'll go down that.
Straight down.
We're gonna go left.
Left. So that's this way.
Because it was on the left path.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was on the left path where you saw the thing dug out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so as you walk up, this is all very visible to you under your lantern. And this area has been pretty actively dug out. The whatever the precious mineral was they found, that was that like little vein or whatever. Like this is almost as dug out as the main chamber was. Like this is a lot bigger of a space. And I'm gonna pause
I
you.
wanted to.
I'm gonna pause.
Can we see the ends of each space, or?
Let's see here. I mean, Okay, let me see what I can do here.
I'm gonna tell Reed. How about this to help you out? Reed, keep going in. I'm not gonna stay in this tiny hallway, fool.
Oh, I'll keep moving through because I have something that
Right or
I want to
left?
look for. Straight
No,
is
you can
there?
only go left or right.
I mean,
No,
there's
no.
not
I
enough
want to
room
go.
for all of your party.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of the walls. Actually, I guess to make room for them, if there's not enough room for them to squeeze through there, I'll go left and let them into the passage. But I want to get close to one of the walls where it was dug out, and I just
That
want to
was
see if
this wall
there's
it was
any
on here.
I just want to see if there's any like glitter or like dust or anything that's left over from that precious metal, just to like maybe figure out what it was. Can I
Yeah,
perception check for that?
yeah. A perception's looking for stuff. If you're trying to determine something, you're trying to look for information to deduce specifically what metal there is, which I think
Okay,
is a dungeoneering check.
I do not have dungeoneering then.
You have a cat behind you, Aaron.
Then general intelligence check for me, please.
General intelligence. So you want my
roll your d20, add your intelligence modifier. What I
17?
miss? I hear laughing.
Hey, she was behind Aaron. I'm like, you have a cat behind you, and then she scurries off.
That's a 17, David.
On a 17, you are like looking around and you're like looking up and down this wall, along the floor, up and down the wall behind you, and like there is not a trace of any kind of metal, but with that high of an intelligence check, you also are able to like remember the reputation that dwarves have for precious metals, and that it would be like Reed, even though he's only 18, like everybody knows that a dwarf's honor comes from his ability to extract minerals out of the ground, and no honorable dwarf would leave such a trace like you're looking for.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pause you guys right there,
Well,
and we're going to meanwhile. Kythar, you are leading the way. You have like gotten to the end. You said, "Hold on, I'll be right back," and you just walked through this. You like hunched and crouched through this deal, and it opens up a little bit here where you can see to your left. I'm sorry, I need my DM tool. You can see to your left that this space is opened up, and then it goes back into a narrow channel, which disappears around another corner.
I'm gonna look around in this little crevice area. It's like, do I see anything that possibly the doors missed?
That possibly
18?
the dwarves missed.
18.
For perception check. Yeah, I mean, perception check is on an 18 for looking for that. You see a similar site where there are indentations, there are divots and rivets that run through the stone walls in veins, and that that is likely whatever the prospectors were after. But there's nothing that remains besides this empty stone room and the empty veins running through the walls where the minerals once were.
And I think to myself, man, I really wish I had a boom boom stick right now. So I go ahead, and not seeing anything of delight, I continue down the path.
And you can move yourself.
Following.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep, following it.
And
Monzo
sees Kythar pop right back out.
Hi guys.
Oh, what'd you find?
Jack shit. I found Jack. I was like, okay, did any of you guys do any more exploring while I was in that secret tunnel?
No, I was waiting for you.
It didn't make it to our turn yet.
Is that in character, out of character?
I mean, this took Kythar like I don't know, 30 seconds to like walk around this, like walk this lap and come back. Like he's been gone for less than a minute.
I yield my time.
I'm gonna be following the puppy.
Okay.
Hey.
It's a cat, large cat.
Oh, so very true. Oops.
I'm gonna
It was in my head, so you can't make decisions based on that information.
What'd you say,
yeah, I'll
Stickbird?
follow. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna follow in the back.
Will's gonna peek around and do a perception check.
Yep, and he can see what is revealed. You know, actually, this is probably too far to see for Will's vision. Even 60 feet, I think, ends like down here. So
Yeah, yeah.
so he can see like a long chamber with, you know, like there's nothing that stands out. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah.
See if
I
can
think
give you any
Will
details.
is specifically looking for the messed up track like he saw in the previous area.
Great, excellent. Good roll.
So I think it's 13.
Will's vision kind of fades off the farther out he goes, but he can see that there are portions of the track which are, you know, messed up, but not but it's not like the whole thing. Like there's a chunk from like here to here which is messed up, and then it's normal, and then there's a chunk from here to here which is messed up, and then it's normal.
Can Will look up at the ceiling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does he need a perception check to see what's up there?
Nope. He does not see anything up in the ceiling.
What does the ceiling look like? Is it like pickaxed out?
It is pickaxed out. What was the result of his perception check? 19?
No, 13.
13. It doesn't look pickaxed out.
It doesn't or does?
I mean, it does. It does look pickaxed
okay.
out. Like it just looks like rough hewn, like the rest of these chambers are.
How tall is the ceiling?
You guys are back in kind of like a main channel here, so it was only really narrow at that like first section, and here it's probably like a 10-foot ceiling.
Okay, because Will and Simone know that when we were speaking to the guy who survived, from what I remember, I think he said look up. So that's why Will looked up at that point. So Will's going to turn around and be like, I don't see any sweeties there, but there's parts of the track that are yucky.
Do you
Gross.
think?
It's
Wait, does it say that telepathically to you, or does it say like
no,
he
he
can talk?
said he can talk. He can talk.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
So I like ask him like, do you think that surface is safe to touch?
You're gonna see him shrug his shoulders.
Do you want to do a taste test for us?
Sweetie, I don't taste anything first.
Slightly aroused.
Heyo.
I was like, okay, how about we walk shoulder to shoulder, and if something needs to be crossed first, I'll go. Because I know Simone will not forgive me if I let you get her.
Will has kind of shrugged his shoulders.
So, if there's not objection to the other two, I'm going to go ahead and continue.
If I know anything about our party, Kythar, is that they let the chaos happen in front of them.
I literally have a clip of that at some point. Somebody's like, I think it's last session when you guys were trying to fight over the water and cleaning, and I think Tyler Tesk was like, and Simone was like, and the rest of the party does, and Tyler was like, stands there and watches. It was like verbatim, like exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so and as a reminder, this is about 10 feet wide. So Kythar, your suggestion to walk shoulder to shoulder. Super tracks here. You and Will can absolutely like both be in the front for this section if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go up front.
I yield my time again.
Yeah, I need to know what Monzo and Sigbert are doing.
I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna follow behind Kythar,
To be honest, I'm just waiting for the Pokemon fight song to come on. The little intro, what is it? Or something like that.
Yeah.
I want that in the background. Honestly, I know it's not D&D, but I want that in the background anytime we're gonna get an encounter.
Okay. Are you Monzo? Where are you standing? Just next to Sigbert, I assume.
Yeah, I'm second Sigbert. As they move forward, though, I think I'm gonna lag behind at this, and I'll tell them this. I'm just wait here. You guys go further. I don't see any we don't see any exits to the left or the right, do we? It's just a straight corridor.
Yeah. There's like
Okay.
a little bump out, but no, there's no exits.
I'm gonna say I'll be between the two groups in case anything happens. I'll be in earshot, and I may not look it, but I'm pretty fast, so I can catch up to you guys or go get them if needed.
And I look at him questioningly when he says, "I'm pretty fast." I look him
I
up and down.
Track in Monastery, I ran track. So
To the food court?
Well, I couldn't make it to the bar faster than you, so.
Will goes, well, if you ran track, sweetie, you're in the right place, and then taps on the railroad track.
I love it.
I'm gonna reach out for a high five.
The cat just kind of licks with its rough tongue up your hand.
Too slow. I'm gonna too slow him.
Wow.
Cat's Will's just sitting out there with his tongue out of his mouth, sucks it back in, and turns around a little annoyed. And then Will's gonna move forward on the track.
Sounds good. As he steps forward, the rotted wood just completely crumbles under the weight of his paw. Like he pushes all the way through it. Yeah. And his other paw goes up on the rail, and under Will's like beastly weight, like the top of the rail bends slightly in an area where where its integrity's been compromised by the rust and the weight. And yeah, this track, if you didn't know any better, this track could have been laying underwater for 10 years,
Gotcha. Will's. Do I need to do like a acrobatics or anything?
No, I mean it's a piece of wood.
Okay.
I mean it's a couple inches,
Okay, cool. So he's just gonna crack it and walk through, and then turn around and be like, "Careful stepping on the wood, sweetie. Sometimes the wood gets you."
Hop over. Do I have to do acrobatic to hop over?
If you want to hop over, it's a 10-foot jump. What's your strength? Your raw strength stat?
17.
You can jump farther than that without a running start, so you can just jump right over.
Yep. To give room to the other people, I also jump over to the next part next to the wheel.
And just clears the torn up part of the track entirely, just up and over it.
Cool.
Monzo ran track, but you've got the field.
Will's gonna move back to give more room for the rest of the party to come through.
I'm gonna cross over to the other side of the tracks.
Yep, and you guys all feel, depending on whether or not you stepped on the wood, because I mean it's easy enough to walk around it or between the slats. But anybody who put pressure on wood on any of these pieces, it just immediately crumbled. Anybody who made contact with the rails, like they're metal, they're more steady, but they're definitely they warp and they bend under people's weight at this point. But you guys walk over the first dilapidated section and are no worse for wear. Meanwhile, doodly doodly.
Oh, I have a quick question before we move.
Yeah.
If I go and touch that area, do I get a feeling or anything, or does the area feel normal? Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to trot over there and and press down on it, yeah, I mean, it's damp, it's cold, you're underground, and it's a little creepy because it'd be like being in a hospital with nobody in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be a hustle and bustle of activity, and it's like eerily quiet, but there's no distinct feeling one way or the other. Depends on how Monzo feels about being underground and being in the dark.
So the main thing is, I'm remembering back to when I was given gills by a monster, and I'm thinking that now I know water rusts this metal. So I was just curious if I had, whatever I felt when I was given gills, I kind of feel that same negative energy in this little space.
No, it's definitely. This is definitely, like I said, it's a little creepy, but it's an underground damp hallway basically.
Okay, that's it for me.
Cool. Meanwhile, the other four of you have like converged in this area, with 10-foot, 12-foot ceilings. Actually, excuse me, 10-foot ceilings off this little channel, and this area has like widened up, and it kind of curves in both directions around from where you guys are standing. Reed was the first one through. He was inspecting all of the stonework and stuff, looking for metal, but couldn't find any. And you guys are now here. What would you like to do?
I think Simone's gonna just start pushing. Now that we're open up, he's just gonna kind of solo walk this way, and try to open up go see what's at the other side of the cavern.
Okay.
Wait, Simone.
Well, hold on, fool. I'm just looking.
Yeah, don't you remember what that guy said?
The
The
puto
one.
that you talking about, the guard?
No, the guy that we talked to almost died down here.
Yeah, the guard that they sent, right?
Oh yeah, him. I forgot he was a guard.
Uh,
He said,
what's that?
look up. Remember to look up, actually.
Oh
But
shit! Oh shit! You're right. At that point, Simone's gonna then look up at the ceiling from where we're
Tess
at.
will also do the same.
And the ceiling is moving. And
Oh,
it's
oh,
moving
oh,
towards
oh.
you. And now it's falling on top of you. And I need everyone to roll initiative in this room.
Dun, dun, dun,
Da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun.
da, da.
The SOS has been sent to Will, by the way. That's a free action.
What does Will say to us? Or does since Will, but does Will have enough time to say anything?
I'll let the DM.
Yeah,
He'll let me know when it'll be.
Let's get through
Yeah.
all this stuff first, and then we'll give him dialogue as a free part of his turn when that comes around, or a free part of the first person's turn whenever that comes around.
Let me know, or let us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you put your guys' final in chat, whatever your final initiative is.
Oh, Tyler.
Task is 8.
It's okay. I was just thinking
You should do more initiative.
I should cast mage armor before anything happens.
Oh man.
There we go.
Hilarious.
We're finally using our noggin, Tyler.
Joe, I haven't heard you in a long time. You sitting at your computer right now?
Yeah, I was on mute.
God damn it, Joe.
I was doing the whole
Stop getting a blowjob and freaking play the game, dude.
Oh my
battle
god.
theme and everything.
Oh fucking Christ. Oh fucking case.
And I was trying to stop because I was like, wait, I have things I want to do. I wanted to try and do something. As soon as you said it started moving.
It's moving. It's
fine. It's fine.
I wasn't expecting it to happen.
I gave you my initiative. It's fine.
I got it. Yeah,
Not ideal.
I got it. Okay, so the ceiling begins to move, and the baddies rolled an amazing initiative roll, and so the
DM luck.
you guys see this form, this dark, like almost like tar-esque form, fall off the ceiling, and it does not have very much ground to cover, before it lands on top of Simone, who has walked 5-10 feet away from the rest of the party in that direction. And it is going to attempt a grapple on Simone. And I'm going to roll in game for that one.
It wouldn't shy away from Simone because he's holding a light source or anything like that?
It would not shy away from Simone because he's holding a light source or anything like that.
Does Simone have anything metal on him?
That is a final of 20 for a grapple.
Yeah, that definitely. Yes.
Okay, then you need to roll me a reflex save, please.
Cool. Oh, I'm okay on reflex. Hopefully I don't run shitty. Here we go. Hey. 19.
Is just shy.
That sucks.
And
damn, that's a really high reflex.
Yeah, well, it's
No. I'm just commenting on it. The fact that it's a really high reflex. Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just like, shit, that's fine.
Okay, so this creature lands on and completely engulfs Simone's form. You guys now just see black sludge, a mound of it, where Simone was once standing. And I actually have a figure for this. Give me a second. What did I call it?
Slime ball.
I have one called Bodies. That's it. Okay.
Oh, is this Nickelodeon? Did I just get slimed?
And it's I'm about to say it's green, but it's actually black. What size are we?
Oh, it's slime.
Oh no, Minecraft's a calling.
We are that big.
Muck, use acid.
Here, we'll just replace my character. Yeah.
And then
Let's chop up into a bunch of squares.
Okay. I did research in advance of this so that I wouldn't have to slow the game down too much when we actually got to it. So we are going to. Simone feels this creature like on contact. You start. I mean, it feels like you've just been tossed in a vat of acid, basically. And
Gotcha.
It like burns like a motherfucker, and you take. A max and a min. How interesting. A total of 11 acid damage, as well as 6 bludgeoning damage just from the impact of this huge.
So 17 altogether. Gotcha.
And it it has absorb you. You are grappled, so you can't move anyway. This is obviously like an engulfing creature, and so you will need to succeed on a. You will need to succeed on a. I think it's reflex in order to get out.
Okay.
Strength amount of damage grapple. Oh no, excuse me. It's just a regular grapple. So you can get out of this any way you could get out of a traditional grapple. That's mechanically that's all this is a grapple.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like being swallowed by an extra large creature where you have to do damage to it, make it throw you up or any of that shit. Mechanically, it's just got you stuck in place.
Okay.
Cool. And I think that's all it's gonna do because now that it's got you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Dave Chappelle, where'd you come from?
That's when it drops on Simone. Gotcha, bitch.
Now that it's got you, it's got nothing else to do. Okay, so then it is done. And Arthur, you are up, my friend.
What?
Don't shoot it off. I can't yell, but I wish I could.
Arthur's gonna ask a test. Hey, do you have a spell or something for this kind of thing?
He's very calm.
I'm not sure. And then I pull out my spell book and start looking through.
I'm gonna die in here.
I like the idea of a desk just like casually thumbing through his spell book while the desk has been completely engulfed.
Arthur's gonna get he's gonna get his hands dirty. He's gonna try and go in and see if he can dig Simone out.
Interesting. Okay. Before you move towards this cube and you reach out and you're just the fingertips of your gloves make contact with it and you can hear them sizzling on contact. Do you continue your course of action?
Arthur reflex, and then he goes, I gotta try. So he's gonna try and get like a handful of it and immediately just decant it towards the wall. See if anything changes.
You grip like a chunk of this sludge, and you tear off like a handful of it, and you chuck it at the wall, and it like lands and it like splats, and splatters. Oh, nice.
Yeah. You?
And fucking sweet. I'm gonna save this object now that it's black as a black cube.
So you punch it? What?
So he's like thinking he's like grabbing a chunk out of it and throwing it against the wall.
Yeah, and it splatters
like,
against the wall,
I see.
but it like undulates on its own on the wall and like jiggles like as if somebody's shaking a plate of Jello, but it's it's vertical, like up against the surface of the wall.
It's like that guy who dances but shakes a lot while he's dancing.
Yeah, basically. And I consider these swift action, Stover. This is not the equivalent of swinging your sword, so these are just kind of narrative flavor things. It burns, and you can get a handful of it off. What else would you like to do with your turn?
Arthur wants to figure out if he's making progress or not.
One handful is not progress. This thing is probably like, at this point, like a 7 or 8 foot mound of sludge, which has completely engulfed Simone.
He's gonna get his pickaxe out and see if he can get a little more.
Let's go.
God, there's not a mechanic for this, I don't think. So, roll me a roll to attack using your base attack bonus, which should be on your character sheet.
Okay.
I think it's in like the top right. Is that right? Do you guys see the base attack bonus on yours?
You're bad? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be like right next to initiative.
Oh, so that's a +2 to that, so 13.
You absolutely make contact with this, and you dig out a significant portion of it, and it plops on the ground next to the. Oh shit! I'm sorry. It plops on the ground next to the cube, and is a much smaller version of that cube, and it reforms together. And now there's a second, smaller pile, also moving on its own free will.
Arthur's now seeing the diverging problem that's happening, and he's going to go after the smaller cube and see if he can smash it to pieces again.
So you've used your attack action. So if you'd like to move, you can absolutely move. Otherwise, that's something to do next turn.
He'll just get in position. So free 5. That's it.
Great. Brings us to. By the way, for my other party, we're going to go 1 round of initiative, hop back to you. 1 round of initiative, hop back to you. That's going to be the plan.
It's all good.
And because your link is empathetic, Simone, you can absolutely still communicate with Will. You don't need to speak for that. That's like an internal thing.
Yeah.
So then That is Arthur, which brings us to you, Simone. It is your turn.
So I'm basically sending pain to Will.
Okay.
You know, the kind of and then Will's just gonna go, Master's in trouble, and he's just gonna like start. He's gonna start his full run.
Okay.
And you can let me know. He's got here. Where's my walk speed? I can't remember where that's at.
Very, very top right.
Right, speed.
It's like up
Above
with your
the-
level and shit. Like it's way up there.
Up
So-
above Bab.
So, David,
He's got 40 feet of movement. So I don't know if he's in.
So this was 80. So if you want to spend one of your movements at a full run, you'll get there. A second movement at your full run would get.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm going to clear the way because he can now see this.
These are 5 foot squares, right?
Right.
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 65, 75, 80. We'll put you literally next to the cube.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So he's gonna come in, not next to the cube, because that'll be his full attack, and he just basically would sit there.
Yeah, he's not going to.
So he would be in. He would be in the enough room where Reed could get up to the cube.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah. He's gonna be like right here in the. He's gonna be basically directly in the hallway that leads
Gotcha.
into this room.
Gotcha.
And then Simone's gonna have to attempt a grapple to get away.
Yep.
Here we go.
Not a high strength score.
Oh,
Ooh.
there you go.
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, what's your final out of curiosity?
16.
Oh, damn.
Wow, really? That's crazy. Still not a success,
Is?
but
Oh wait, no, sorry. No, I looked. That was my CMD. It's 2.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
And he like struggles against the creature, and you guys see like Simone's form moving inside of this, but you never actually catch a glimpse of him. There's just like where he tries to punch out, the slop like grows kind of like a tendril, and then before it like sucks back in, and you see him like a foot shape kind of come out from the bottom before emerging with the cube.
Ugh.
I need you to.
I don't like that.
And then also, Simone,
Mhm.
your armor, which has a damage resistance of 5, I already checked.
Yes.
Takes 14 minus 5, so 9 damage to your armor and to your crossbow.
Okay.
Which I think has at least 10 hit points. So you should
Yes.
be okay, at least for this round.
At least on my own round, yeah.
There's that. Yeah, because it hurts your armor on your round, but it doesn't hurt it only hurts your HP on its round.
Yeah.
Is how that works. And so.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it's still your turn. You've done that. You've communicated with Will. In theory, you could communicate through Will.
Yeah. So Will would say, Master's, he's gonna be like, he's like almost dead. And he says that to the group inside of the cavern. What does the group inside of the cavern say?
Teska's there, so they stand there and watch. That's actually no. He's thumbing through his spellbook. He's not even watching.
I'm digging through. I'm digging
I
through.
can help them.
As I
Try and help
frantically look through my spellbook, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that's not good."
But it's not my turn. I can't do anything yet.
That'll be the end of my turn then.
Arthur's starting to breathe a little heavy.
Uh,
I'll get at it again
tell
here
me
on
I'm
this
next.
next one.
All right, Tesk, what'd you find in your book? You're up.
I'm gonna slam my book closed.
Dramatically.
Got it. And then at the same time that I do all that, I'm gonna cast Scare on both of the
You?
whatever they are.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, are you gonna scare it away with Simone inside of it? And
No.
it's gonna.
shit.
Is that how that
I'm
works?
well, I'm grappled by it, so he would have to then do grapple checks to move me, I guess.
Oh, right.
But that's only on his turn. So you would scare it. It wouldn't move immediately, but then on my turn, I guess it would have to try to grapple me again to move me.
And if it fails that grapple check, then you
I don't
are
know.
at a
That
stalemate.
means, yeah, that just means that
Definitely.
I fail to move, from my understanding. Like he fails to move me, and he wastes a turn trying to move me, but I still take damage every turn just being inside this. Not every turn on his turn.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
do you cast it, A-Test?
Yeah, I need to know if that's a
Yeah.
final answer or not. Yeah. He's reading.
I mean,
He's reading the
from
fine
my
print right
understanding,
now.
listen, the way it works, you could still attack the gelatin without attacking me, because I'm just technically rules sake, I'm grappled. That doesn't mean that I
Sure, but
don't.
you're gonna die next damage thing probably, so we need to get it like away from you.
I think if he takes a certain amount of damage, he has to redo a grapple check to see if he still holds on, but I don't know if that's true.
I'm also not confident that I'm not gonna hit you in the process. Like
I think
Do it.
I don't think there's
Do
a
it.
chance for him to hit me.
I mean,
I'm just grappled.
what a test can see is only the gelatinous cube. So,
Yeah.
assuming whatever he hits the outside of this thing, it's going to hit the cube first. He's a
Aim for
smart
the outer
guy.
perimeter.
all right. Fuck it. I'll
Send it.
cast magic missile.
There it is. There it is.
All right, let's see those missiles. Where are they going?
Let's see him.
To the big one. Oops. To the big one,
Hopefully
one to
the
the small
correct
one.
places. Oh god, is Simone dead right now?
Let's see it.
He's fine.
I'll be fine.
This is gonna.
At least it's,
I'm gonna
if
make
it
this
was-
worse.
if it was fireball, I'd be a little bit more concerned.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I've made a decision now. I need to
Okay.
remember how magic missile works again.
Tried and true.
Wait, is magic missile has to do with anything with fire?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's magic. It's not like an actual. It's not like light
It's
guns or
It's
anything.
like arcane magic.
Stover, out of character, what does fire do to acid?
Fire and acid.
Mm-hmm. Just out of
Like, what does
character,
it do to it?
Yeah. Is it
Uh,
Can I
magic
get
for
4?
anything?
If you're burning like
No, we'll take
organic,
the first 3.
I'll text you, Soto.
That's not great.
What do you got there?
Yeah, okay. So I get all 4. So actually, since I have 4, I'm gonna do 3 at the big guy and 1 at the small one still. And then they each get +1. So big guy takes 6 and the small guy takes 3.
Big Ooze takes 6.
Or yeah, 6 and the small guy
Ooze
gets
takes
3.
Great, and you watch as you.
I'm sorry, the big guy gets 8. 8. My bad.
Good thing I can make a 6 into an 8 really easy. Okay, so.
Did that on my grades.
So you watch you watch as your magic missiles impact against the ooze, and bits of the ooze fly off, and you can smell like a burning tar kind of smell as they make contact, and bits of it fly away, smoldering, and it creates like a small crater in the ooze before it fills the gap with its surrounding ooze. And then the same is true for the smaller ooze. It just creates a much larger crater.
Well, fuck.
Does it not take damage?
It took damage.
Okay,
That's just what happened.
got it.
All right.
And then I'm gonna step back. Can I like occupy the space right here,
You can
David,
occupy the
between
space
Will?
right in front of Will, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I don't want to be in his way, but I want to like.
I think you can pass through an allied occupied square. You just can't land on it.
And then
Yeah,
just to be
what-
clear, you'd like to step away from this ooze.
Yeah.
Very clearly want to step away from the ooze.
Uh-oh.
Cool, he's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Spaghettios. A grapple of opportunity?
No, he's already got you grappled, but he can still slam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me.
Boom.
You're gonna make him ink.
That's a much higher roll. I know that hits you.
I'm dead. That's it. I just died.
You
Wait,
very
what?
may
Not
have.
that.
It really. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna roll. I got to roll in game for this because this needs to be a dramatic moment. So it is 2d6 of force plus 1 of acid. So I'm gonna roll 3d6 right now. And there's a modifier. Wow. Atesk is like the luckiest character I think I've ever rolled against as a DM. It's like it's good. I want him to stay
I actually
alive,
could
but
have
it's just
died
like
right there.
it's statistically improbable. Oh, I haven't given you your final yet. You still may be dead. But those are low rolls, and that's just statistically improbable that you would catch low rolls like all the fucking time, but you do.
He still dies.
Okay, so I'm sorry. That was 2 mins and a 2, and then there's modifiers on those.
Funny coming from Monzo.
So that's 8 plus. So that is exactly 10 damage.
Okay.
Cool. Now you can move. That was the attack of opportunity. You just, bah! Gotcha with a little pot
Okay,
shot.
then-
Came out and boom! Smacked you, slammed you.
Can I just want to back up over to like here, right next to Reed. But in this
that's
square,
tight
can I
squeeze,
be
but
in this
there's
square?
room back there. Yeah, it's a tight squeeze, but there's room back there.
Okay, I'm gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna
oh
scooch Reed
shit,
over
that
just a
hurts.
I'm gonna be
And
like,
then,
oh shit, that hurts.
Oh
Hint,
shit,
hint,
that
wink,
hurts.
wink.
And that's the end of my turn.
So Will is then gonna look at Reed and be like, "You need to heal him."
Yeah, I got it.
Well, I don't know if it's your turn yet. It's
It depends. I think it is, because if a test just wrapped up, that leaves Reed, our slow boy.
Okay. See where I am.
so he's like slow boy.
Aaron, might I be able to see where I am?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You are 10 feet away from the cube. 10 feet.
10 feet from the cube. I can heal, but here's what
You can.
heal. Can I heal Simone inside the cube?
That honestly depends on whether or not you have to see the creature. I don't think you do because it's radial, but
I don't
Channel
think you do
positive
either.
energy. You can unleash a wave of positive energy dealing 3d6. You unleash a wave of positive energy. You must choose 3d6 of positive energy to undead or to heal living creatures of 3d6 point of damage. Creature that takes damage from channeled energy receive DC 14. Will save to have the damage. Using this ability consumes 2 uses of lay on hands per day. It doesn't say it here, but I think we looked it up before, and I believe it was a 30-foot radius, right? Or is it 20?
it's a
It's a 30
radius, but it's
radial
around you.
radius.
So
Right.
So you're the center of that 30-foot.
Right. So I think if I stand next to,
No, you would
It doesn't
still hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You from right here, you'd hit everybody.
Yeah.
okay,
30 feet is huge. That's like this whole room, basically.
I'm going to use that then. I'm going to try and heal Simone and a Tesk.
Okay, roll your healing.
I need 3d6 and I have 1d6. 3, 4, 7, 12.
Nice. That's all of Vitesque's and most of Simone's.
You said 9?
12.
12.
Oh, sorry.
And I think
Oh,
that's
nice.
all I can do. I can't attack him.
No,
Correct?
but you can still move, but that's all
Actually,
you can do at this point.
hang on. I think
You could take a free 5 foot, then move.
no. I think because no, that's not it. It's no. That's correct. That's correct. I can.
I'm sure that's a standard action. I'm 100% sure.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it is.
stay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at and try and avoid the blobs.
Okay,
Um,
sounds great.
Did just real quick,
I thought it was
Stover,
a
did
switch.
you take damage when you were fucking around with him?
No,
Oh, yeah,
I gave him a
everything
warning. I gave him a warning glove
Gotcha.
signal, and then he chose to instead attack it with the pickaxe.
Okay.
Cool. You done, Reed?
Yeah, I'm done.
Great. We're back at the other group who is not currently in combat. You guys have just seen Will. I'm sorry. Will you, Simone, Anthony, reiterate what Will said on his way out?
He said Master's under attack, and then took the fuck off.
And then bolted back the way you guys came. Probably would have bowled Monzo over in the process if he didn't have such a low center of gravity. What do the three of you do?
Seeing Will bolt off first, since it's like
Tyler, what are you
closest
doing?
to Will, I was like, and all I say is "oh shit" and start after him. And I have a 30 feet walk, so I can do.
You can do 60
Those are
feet on a run.
260?
On a run, you can do 2 of those.
So I'll do 260. Okay.
Okay.
Or are you gonna find out how fast Monzo
You're
is?
going to be considered flat-footed until your next turn.
Okay. So one. Okay. Hold on. Let me do math first. Bad.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out how far I can go. So 24 tiles. 1, 2. 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I can make it to here. Oh. Take it, Siebert.
Mhm.
I can make it to here on a run.
Okay, great.
Okay. Here's the question, though. However, DM, you can tell me this is the right way to do it or not.
Shoot.
Will knows where to run telepathically with Simone.
Right.
For us, this area was blacked out, so we don't know this is a direct line to them.
No, but it's a straight enough shot that with your helmet, which remember shines 30 feet in front of you, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet is right here, and then it's low
But we
light.
know this is a guaranteed.
Yeah,
we know this is guaranteed.
And it's low light after that, so you can see figures and shadows moving past that, and you can hear the sounds of battle from back there. So I mean, you'd have an idea of where the action was. You might not know who's there or what's happening, but you know where the action was.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not out. Like I'm doing this out of because I can see the map.
Right.
Doing it out of.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate you really trying to not metagame and stay in character.
Yeah. Okay. I run my heavy fat ass that way.
Looks like Sigbert's also following you. Yeah. What are you doing, Sigbert?
Yeah. If I'm gonna see him run, I'm gonna take off running right behind him. So I'd be, right behind him.
What's your walk, Sigbert?
30. It's the same as you.
Okay.
If you're running 60, I think, right?
Yeah.
We counted that off, so it's 12 tiles per 60, and then 24 total for both runs.
Right. Okay. Are you guys done? You're taking your double movement, not saying anything else to each other.
Well, we're kind of a little out of breath at this point. We're not very athletic people like my boy Monzo over here, who's doing a handstand run.
Everybody has just bolted past you, Monzo, and the only reason you can possibly think of to run with that kind of speed is to like a luxury all-you-can-eat buffet. There's like no other. Like you don't even have a comprehensive. Like why are they moving so fast? And they all
What's
just
Monzo's favorite
shot
food?
past you.
He's a
what
big
is?
seafood guy, and I'm
I
not
was
sure
trying-
Yeah, he
he
sees
wouldn't know what
food
a
and eats
buffet
it.
was, so you'd have to like explain it to him, and then he'd run.
Oh,
There's a whole
don't
there's
tell
a
him
whole
what. Don't
table
tell
of
him that.
seafood, and you can eat all of it. And then if you eat all of it, they'll give you another table of seafood.
Oh God.
I'm sure thematically what would happen would be Will would start running, and the three of us would like never lose sight of him. We'd be like on his heels.
Yeah.
Only because I move just as fast as Will, so
Yeah, you'd be right on his ass, but we would be fucking gasping air behind
Oh.
you.
And Tyler's dead.
I'm gonna
died.
charge into melee range of the slime.
Okay.
Oh shit! That was
because-
quick.
I knew he could do
He's
it.
the monk.
I had faith in my boy.
He was like,
Soto coming to play paintball.
And I spend a key point for that, David.
Okay, you spend a key point. Great. You track your own key, but I appreciate you saying it out loud.
And that's my run. I have more things I want to do, but
That's your full distance, though.
action. Yeah. Well,
So
yeah,
that would be
I
your.
could keep running, but there's no. I had to do a run for it though. Anyway, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Do you want to try eating the slime?
I need the three of you to roll me initiative, please. Now that you're
All
here,
three of us?
now that you're we need to get you in on the order.
Does it look edible?
I mean, you are probably capable of swallowing
that's
a hunk of
shitty.
it.
Oh,
Not
nice
20. Look at that.
What's your
Wow,
final?
That's
that's
the only time
throw
you-
my whole
Wait.
spreadsheet off.
Is initiative 10 or 20?
20.
It's 20.
20.
It's 20.
What's your final? Aaron?
Okay.
Put your
22.
finals in chat. Yeah.
Aaron, is it
22.
22 or 2?
22.
He's 2, but he's twice, so he gets to go twice, but he's 2.
Plus 2 is 22. Come on, keep up.
Sigbert, I thought I saw a 20.
Okay,
down
I don't know.
there.
I thought mine deal was
And
pretty
then-
generous.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
30,
Kythars?
20.
I put it chat. It's 10.
10. Great, thank you.
Not great.
Well, I mean, I appreciate
Not
you
great.
telling me. Okay, so then we are back at the top. So Monzo Will heard and came running, and Monzo came bounding in behind him and like ran in and filled the space and is bravely like now ready to engage with these slimes. And because of his superior monkish training,
That's a man.
he's going to get to start us off on our next round of initiative, but my bladder is calling for a quick 5-minute, so we'll do another round of initiative after I get back in the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Can we get a
He said initiative a
pause from
lot.
Monzo?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
For my people who are remaining, did anybody watch It's less stressful than hanging out with a bunch of first and second graders.
Right.
All right, yo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Oh, but I'll be right back. Okay.
You're good. Howdy.
Hey you. Hey, me say day.
Yo.
Daylight come and me one go home.
Huh.
Day. Me say day. Me say day. Ah! No, not what I meant. There we go. That's the one. That's the way.
Matt Gaetz, under federal investigation for sex trafficking, wins his GOP primary.
That tracks.
I bet he's like the perfect medley of all the Chads in Florida put into one person.
Is he from Florida? I don't even pay that much attention to him.
I would assume he's from Florida, but I guess you never really know.
I guess rather is that what the state he represents?
Yes.
Because what other state would it be?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I hear crazy stories out of a lot of the South. Arizona has some crazy stories out of it. Yeah, we just get a lot about Florida because their press laws are such that like anything that makes it into the newspaper
Yeah.
is not like can be released, and so we just like get a ton of news about Florida men because like other states have different privacy laws.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, David, can I interrupt you real quick?
Sure.
Have you watched the new House of Dragons episode?
No, we have not. We just started the rewatch on the Game of Thrones series, and we'll probably watch House of Dragons when it's all out, like after we're done rewatching Game of Thrones.
What do you mean you? I thought you already showed.
I did. We're rewatching it. We're watching it again because it's great.
Oh my god!
Good one to rewatch. You missed a lot of stuff.
I thought we're gonna watch House of Dragons already. Okay.
Oh,
I was gonna invite you. I was gonna ask you to hang out. I was like, hey, do you want to watch the new episodes? But
Okay, well, hold on. That's different. That changes things. Like I'm not attached to my plan. Like we can watch House of Dragons together.
okay.
I'll run it by Eva, and we'll instead of watching, the next episode of Game of Thrones, we'll watch the first episode of House of Dragons, and then.
Yeah, I'm down for like a little rewatch. There's probably a little bit of a miss, but I would love to see the first episode again.
Yeah, I was about to say we can either catch up and watch the first one, and we can get together for the second, or or whatever. But
Did
go.
you watch Doctor Who at all?
No.
Did Eva watch Doctor Who?
No.
Okay, never mind. My comment would not be pertinent then.
Matt Smith, talking about Matt Smith.
Yeah, we're talking about Doctor the 10th, 12th? No,
Mhm.
11th or 12th Doctor, because David Tennant is in 10th Doctor, and then his Matt Smith.
He's 11.
Yeah, he has a great ass. Well, I'm back.
We need Monzo to be back. He's who starts us off.
I'm
All right, Monzo, you start us off. In initiative order. I know you just got here, but you also just rolled your initiative, and you fucking rolled like a champ. So congrats.
Oh yeah. So would I be able to infer that Simone is inside of this cube?
It depends. Any one of your party members can helpfully shout that fact at you as you enter the room as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scream after Will. What the hell is going on?
It says Simone's in the mound. It's not a cube, right? It's like a mound
It's
over
like a
me,
mound.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I healed
the
him, but I
mound,
don't think he's.
yeah. And the mound is holding him in there. Oh, and it really hurts. Putos.
Did that come out of Will?
That came out of Will.
Holy shit. Reed looks at him in surprise.
You got to remember, Simone can talk through Will. They have an empathetic link.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So David, I would like to um, stick my entire body in and yank Simone out. I feel like because I can do grapple checks, I could like jump in. I mean, however you want me to describe it,
I
use a movement or what.
I want you to first roll a grapple check because I know you're a trained grappler. That's a skill. It's going to translate really well. I'm going to give you the same warning I gave Arthur, where as soon as you go to reach in, your fingertips make contact with this cube and it burns and it sizzles. So you know this is going to hurt going in. So I want to make sure
I
that
have
is
a ton of-
clear before you commit to this course of action.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
16. Well, what you say? I'm grappling.
You're grappling.
18.
18 is, I think, enough. Yeah. So you reach in and you do end up taking. Ooh, max roll, rough. Let's see here. It's only 1d6, right, for contact? No, but you hopped in it. It's 2. You take 10 acid damage as you reach into this cube. And you, like, the party sees Monzo just, like, disappear from the waist up into this pile of sludge. And, like, he watches, like, one of his feet kind of kicks up. He, like, loses footing, and he, like, slams it down sumo style on the ground again and, like, hurls his whole body back. And he, like, leans back, and you can watch as his, like, still sludge-covered self becomes, like, more and more visible. And, his gut is just huge until you realize that it's not a gut. It's like Simone in the fetal position, that he's just got him like scooped up, like, and he's just like leaning back, like rolling back with Simone. And, you guys aren't prone, but just for the sake of narrative, they both like, he just kind of like flops and he like sits down, on his ass with like Simone like in this like huddled, tar-covered mess in his lap. But the two of you are now separate beings from the cube.
I look like Voldemort in his fetal form.
Yeah, but dipped in hot tar.
Yeah. You can let me know if I can't if this doesn't work, but I want to take out of my bag and then hand Monzo a ration.
For flavor, you can absolutely hand Monzo a ration. Absolutely.
You just like pitifully kind of hand it to him because you're so like debilitated.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Simone, did you move your character?
I moved him back next to Monzo right here, but you can move him wherever.
Oh, I see. You already got him on the field. Perfect. Great.
Yeah.
I totally missed that. Sick. Okay, Monzo. So that was your standard action, is to grapple this creature, and instead of grappling the creature and trying to hold it in place, you used your grapple to unstick Simone, and you guys are now free. And you have the rest of your turn.
Okay. I only have a bonus action left, right?
And a movement action.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend another key point to give myself an AC bonus, and I don't have any spells or anything, so I think I'm done at that.
Okay.
How much of an AC?
I'll tell you right now.
Because spending a key point, I think you can get, they're kind of powerful.
It's a +4 to the AC.
Holy shit!
That's pretty good.
It's mage armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you can spend a key point for mage armor. That's pretty cool. However, it doesn't help you with grappling, though, right?
No, but I'm a big guy. It's gonna take a lot of blubber to cover this up.
If you are done, that does bring us to the baddies, and you are going to watch as the huge quivering mass, like, just kind of lurches forward and absorbs the smaller mass and
Oh,
grows
Quick question.
back in size. Yes.
So say if that small little blob mass was left alone, would that have made another sentient blob or a offshoot of the same blob, sentient wise?
Well, it's a shame you guys never got to see, isn't it?
Okay, just curious
Okay.
for overall arc of the gameplay, but I guess it's not a learning moment.
You get nothing.
A
Yeah.
high fine bill or just all
Everyone in
orchards?
this room is now stupider after what you just said.
I award you no point.
There you go, Dave. Clip that one.
Hold on. So we're basically fighting Zach from League of Legends, is what I'm seeing right now.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So it's Big Blob Man's turn. He absorbed Little Blob Junior.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, Blob Mini Me.
Interesting. Okay, the clip feature on Twitch is not working right. So.
Aw.
Yeah, well, I clipped it, but it'll automatically play itself, so I have to mute it right after. But like the mute button just wasn't working. It just wouldn't mute. So I paused it instead. I think it's going to be okay. So I should be able to salvage the clip, assuming that it works right later. Sometimes it just glitches out. Twitch's clip system is a little wonky. Okay, but it is the glob's turn. It has moved forward, absorbed the glob, and put all three of you, Arthur, Simone, and Monzo, in its zone, in its field, and then it is going to just continue its forward momentum and attempt a slam maneuver against Arthur.
Oh dear.
If I had one more, will there be a good?
And it crit fails.
So,
So it is unable to do anything with the remainder of its turn. However,
So does it just become a puddle?
Yeah, I mean, it just gets stuck on itself, basically, in the process of trying to lurch forward. It lurch forward, but lurches back and gets stuck to the cavern wall, and it just its inherently tarry nature tends to get in its own way occasionally.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call that viscosity.
However,
uh-oh.
Another
second
blob
one
falls
appears.
from the ground.
Okay, Dumbledore.
Will
Oh no, Snape says that.
Will and Monzo move with incredible speed.
Oh,
And so they blitzed through the area, the unexplored area, rather quickly. Kythar and Sigbert move just a little more slowly. And whatever these things are, they know what they're doing. And another one falls.
Oh.
Kythar? What?
I
just need you to roll me a reflex save.
Gotcha. Give me a second. I'll put it in chat for you.
Appreciate. I mean, you can tell me it's just you.
16.
16 is not enough.
What?
Yeah, man, it's a huge glob of tar, and you didn't see it coming at you. It just fell, and Sigbert watches as Kythar also becomes engulfed in one of these piles of tar.
Oozes.
And oh man, another low roll for the damage. 2, 4. That's 8 acid damage, and then 2.
Low. Okay.
two bludgeoning damage from just the impact of the creature falling on you.
So 10 total.
So 10 total. Yeah, much lower rolls than Simone's. But see, it's like the in-game dice roll low, so I roll back here, and then these dice roll. You guys are just having a nice low roll night.
Hey, pick a fucking dice and stick to it.
I got to keep you guys on your. I got so many dice. I got to use them all. Okay, but that is it for the bad guy's turn, and that brings us to Sigbert, who rolled a dirty 20 on his initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, they're chasing.
I guess I would try to
Anthony, stop fucking
reach in or try to bump, because I can't see Kythar through the blob, right?
No, just where Kythar once stood, there is now a rippling mass of black tar.
Is it black tar heroin?
Could be. Why don't you try smoking some? Meow.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you eat your way out?
This is not blue candy.
River says hi.
Oh, I miss River.
Oh,
Seems like you're getting grappled.
maybe
With emotions.
Sigbert, I'm sorry. What would you like to do with your turn?
Sigbert.
I would like to
Burn it.
Eat me.
So, I guess I would try to grab him. I guess maybe try to grapple him out of there.
Okay, so same warning. Your gloves sizzle on contact with this cube, and it is obvious that in order to get yourself in to get him out, this is gonna hurt.
Okay. So
Cool. Roll a grapple check.
that will be a 18.
That is enough for you to pull Kythar out at the cost of 14 acid damage.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, higher rolls on that one.
So as he pulls me out and we lock arms and my head comes out of the tar, I lock eyes with him and just undying burning just says, "I love you."
And I'm just gonna say dearly, not queerly.
Don't call me Shirley.
It's a boy.
Oh Lord.
That's your standard action, Sigbert. You still have a movement action and any bonus actions you have. Plus talking is always free.
Chris.
I guess I would just. Oh, if I move, is that going to provoke an attack of opportunity?
If you move out of his space, yes, and he occupies all 4 of these squares, so you can move here, 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 or here without. I'm sorry, or here without provoking an attack of opportunity because you're still in his threatened space.
Yeah.
I will end my turn.
Sounds great. Arthur, you're up, bud.
Arthur's quickly going through his chemistry knowledge from back at the university, and he tries to find a bit of ash that's in his pack. So he's looking for some ash. The idea being he's going to throw some weak sodium hydroxide onto the material, and then it will react if it has an acidic like nature, and then it'll be able to neutralize what's going on. So he's going to take it from his pouch, and he's going to get close enough to pour it onto the blob here, and DM, take it from here.
And it just is absorbed in the tar-like structure. Remember, you're playing in a fantasy world.
Okay, well, at this point, Arthur's just gonna get mad and throw a torch at it and run away.
Did you have a torch lit? Because
Look at my character.
Well, right, but you guys were all using your helmets for light, correct?
That's true, but he had a torch in his inventory.
I guess if you're not taking a standard action to attack, then it would be a standard action to light a torch and to toss it. Yeah, I guess roll me an improvised weapon attack.
Yeah. That D20?
That's a D20, usually -4 unless you have the throw anything feat.
14.
14 is still enough to make contact with a giant fucking massive blob. Burn damage is what, usually like a D6?
Giant fucking massive blob.
Roll a D6.
D6. Okay. There you go.
Sweet. So that's 8, 3. Okay, so your torch makes contact with it, burning end first, and there is like a similar sizzling sound and burning smell akin to a Tesk's magic missiles. And it seems like this creature, like flinched away from it. It did, like, it's so dense that the flames did quickly go out once the torch was stuck to the glob. But it definitely also burned some of this glob away for 6 fire damage.
Thing doesn't like fire.
I'm sorry, you said run away. Where are you trying to go? End up.
I mean, he just moved back. I mean, a few steps. Like,
I see. Within your 5-foot square.
yeah.
Okay, great. Cool. Solid. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, he's at action, so that's it.
Then that brings us to Simone, who gets a turn because he's out of the blob.
I am out of the blob. I'm gonna cast a spell.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Yep.
Yep.
And you are an invisible.
I'm invisible, and I'm going to walk this way.
Oh, you know what? In all fairness, roll a concentration check. You are in a threatened square.
Okay. Fortunately, the DC for casting something on yourself is low.
Yeah.
Simone leaves. I'm like, okay,
Well,
we got it now,
it's not a
Simone.
DC, it's just concentration. It's not even a...
So it's exactly the... I thought you had to beat the DC of the spell.
That sounds right.
With your
but you
concentration.
get 10 plus, so I mean, it's one of those things where the DC is pretty...
Yeah, I got exactly 16 with that.
Sick. Then
Yeah.
you are very shaken still from being immersed in this tar just a moment ago, but you are able to keep it together and make yourself go invisible.
Woo! Now invisibility, to see Simone, you see fetal Voldemort just whoosh disappear, and then Will steps up.
Up to the plate. All right.
He's gonna take his free 5-foot step and enter a threatened square.
Yep, and he's gonna take a full roll attack round to
He'll
do a bite
be
and 2
taking,
claws.
He'll be fighting with all of his claws. Okay, so he's got 4 natural attacks. 1 and 2. I'll do the first 2 to make sure I don't roll a 1. Okay, then the last 2.
And that all hits. I don't even know what your modifier is. There's a super low AC.
Yeah.
That all hits too.
Okay, so that all hits, and then it's a. So 12 plus 20, so 22 damage.
12 plus 20 would be 32 damage.
32 damage, sorry. Yeah. It's a D8 plus 3, that's why.
And then, yeah, I mean, he's shredded bits of this off. And in the same way that Arthur, grabbed a handful of it and chucked it against the wall, Will's, claws are tearing into this creature as well. However, because it is a natural attack and he is coming into contact with the creature, he also comes into contact with its acidic nature. And I rolled low. Will takes 8 acid damage.
Gotcha. So, that's perfect. Okay. That will be the end of Will's turn.
Then
Will kind of screams out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You
Simone
can
has a
see
turn.
like this.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Reed's gonna feel him. Me push past him. And that'll be the end of my turn.
You give me a squeeze as you go past. Let him know you're there.
Yeah. No. I'm not. I'm like kind of shooken right now because I was just engulfed by some black tar thing. So I'm like not even speaking. So I just like walk. I just like slide through him.
That makes sense. I love that.
Gonna be okay, man.
And
that'll
tap him on the shoulder.
And Atesk and Reed just see like little like Simone-sized footprints of tar just like appear in between the two of you, like moving behind you. And then Atesk gets to react to this because it's his turn.
All right. I am going to cast Magic Missile.
Do it.
Tried and true.
So there's other targets on the field now, technically, right? The ones that will hit away. There should be 4 little cubes. Oh,
no, those are. I was just narrating him like ripping through the amount of sludge and like physically making the pile smaller.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there are no additional items here.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 14 damage to the big blob.
That's 14 damage. Same deal. Smell of sizzling, burning tar. Impact marks, craters. This thing has probably shrunk at this point to like 2/3 of its normal size, of its original size. Maybe less than that. Let me take a look here. Yeah, probably about half of his original size.
Okay. And then the last thing I want to do is look up.
That's a great idea. And you look up and don't see anything. I mean, you see the roof of the cavern, but nothing nefarious.
And like, can I look like this way and this way real quick? Like, just do like a left-right glance thing, or can I only allowed to look one way? Or
no, I mean it's fine. You can look. You got a head that swivels. You can look both ways, and the ceiling looks clear on both sides.
Yeah, gotcha. Then a Tusk will say, "It doesn't look like there are any more hanging around up there." And that's the end of my turn.
Brings us to Reed.
Okay. Just want to do this correctly and give you all the correct numbers. Actually, first, is there even room for me to get up to the blob and attack it?
No, your allies are occupying all this. Well, you can move through an ally-occupied square, so yeah, you could squeeze past Monzo and go into this square, or this square.
To the one that's still adjacent to Monzo.
Okay, I will move you.
And then I want to, I guess first, detect evil, just so I can be sure. That's a swift action. Swift action?
No specific, no evil, no.
Oh, it's not evil.
It's not evil, no.
Interesting. Okay. Well, try hitting. I don't know that that's going to do. Actually, shield. It's my shield. The tower shield, because that is. It's supposed to help me against the dragon, I think is what I was told before. I don't have my notes. I don't really have my notes. I can't verify that. Okay, I'm gonna attack.
That's what it did. Yes.
So let's see.
I'm only helping you out because your computer crashed. So
Oh
it's
shit!
not
Hang on.
fair to you.
That's a 23.
To what?
To what?
To attack. I'm attacking with my shield.
You're
Right. So I
attacking
roll
with
to
your
attack.
shield. Do
A
you?
shield bash?
Is that
Yeah.
feat? Do you have
It's
to pick
not,
that up?
it's not a shield bash, but I have. Sorry, say that again.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You have. What do you have?
It's the total attack bonus, and I have a +4 to it.
Okay, great. How much damage does your shield do?
1d3 plus 5. D3. That is 7.
That's 7 damage.
Correct.
Great. You absolutely can slam that bad boy for 7 damage on anything higher. Anything double digits hits this thing, and some single digits hit this thing. So, yeah. So you just slam it, and you displace, a significant amount of the ooze. And I got to do just a second of math.
Does the shield take any damage? That's specifically what I've been trying to.
No, the shield does not take
I
any
don't want.
damage.
There's something behind your head, Aaron. Fortunately, Aaron has a big ass head, so I think you got a lot to stand behind, Andrea.
They're both jokesters.
Yeah, yeah. So you make contact with it. You displace a bunch of it. You significantly land an attack for 7 damage on it.
Cool.
You done?
Shield's working.
Time check, guys. It's 9:45. Another round of initiative will for sure put us at 10 or later. How you doing?
I'm pretty sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Yeah.
call
Getting
it
kind of
here.
tired.
Over here.
And we'll call it here. We'll pick it up next week with you guys finishing up the combat in the caves. Mine combat.
Nice.
Possibly.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's all saved?
This is all the combat in the caves, David. You just confirm that. This is it. It's the only combat there's going to be.
I mean, you guys will finish this
Sweet.
combat in the caves, but who knows?
Oh, this combat. This
there
combat.
there could be more. There might not be. I don't know. You guys are the adventurers.
Just asking God,
That's great. So anyway, thanks a ton, guys, and I will catch you guys next week. We're all safe. We're all good.
Good night, everybody.
Yes,
Nice.
Andrea is having a meltdown right now.
Super sweet. Well, thank you guys for joining us, for hanging out. I know Castle was here for a while. I know Network was here for a while. I super appreciate you guys. I hope that, I know we had some technical stuff. We've got new hardware. I'm still going to have to do some fine tuning, I think, for the new camera. We at least got the headset working the way that it's supposed to, so that's really good. But, Castle told me that my desktop wasn't set up correctly, and that's something I'm going to check for every time before I start streaming, I guess. I don't know. But you guys are the best. Thanks for being here, and we will catch you next time.